Empaths know what white light is because we're so sensitive that if I'm standing next to someone and they don't feel well, sometimes I actually get their headache or I get a pain in my body. And right away, I know that there's someone around me that has something wrong with them. So I actually perform white light healings on myself where I clear the energy around me. So let's do this together. We're going to do a white light visualization, and then I'm actually going to send light out to my viewers and listeners. I'm going to take off my headphones, if you bear with me, and I'm going to put on my headset and do what I do with clients. First off, let's do a visualization together. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and I would like you to imagine white light. What is white light? White light is the strongest light because its source is the universe. It only can do good. If you call out to white light, it will heal and protect you. Okay, so close your eyes. And I'd like you to visualize white light. White light would be what light looks like if you're looking up at the sun and it's coming down at you. And I'd like you to visualize it all around you, all around your physical being. So I would say 6 feet out into your energy field. And this will begin you becoming enlightened and having a lighter spirit. And not only will it help you outside your life, it will help you be more centered and have harmony. Very positive. So I would like you to, on your own, visualize, say, white light surround me, and ask white light to surround you completely. As time went on, what I did was I actually visualized with my eyes open the light, which I can see right now. I would visualize it horizon to horizon. So I would be standing out in a field and I would see it to my right, to my left, all the way to the horizon, to behind me and in front of me, above me and below me. And so I became a white light bubble, I guess, or a white light being that way. Okay, now I'm going to take off my headset and I'm going to put on my headphones, and I am going to send out light to everyone that's out there. And I would like you to please send me a message if you feel anything different. On my Facebook or my Instagram, if you're watching, please send me a message and say, yes, Mary, I felt something. So I know that this works and I'll continue to do it. I'll just do it a little bit during every show. Okay, so I tried that, and you let me know if you felt any kind of energy, because I was sending it out, and I was visualizing a person and sending the energy out through the radio. Okay. Let me talk about manifesting. Manifesting takes 3 steps, which is, what is manifesting? It's getting what you want. So I've mentioned before, step 1 is to write down your goal and put it in your sock drawer, which is just write down like I want, or I wish, or something I. Start with I, and write it down, a simple sentence, and put it in your sock drawer and don't tell anyone about it. That's the first step. Second is to visualize it. So you close your eyes and you imagine whatever it is that you want, and you're in the situation, as many details, feeling all the senses. Third step is talk about it like you already have it. So you would say, my blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is that you want, talk about it with details. And if you can feel joy in your heart when you're doing these 3 steps, then you can manifest it. In my book, The White Light Prophecies, which I mentioned earlier, the 6th prophecy is once your energy has shifted and your dreams are within reach, the universe will test you to be sure that you really want what you've asked for. And I've recently experienced this. That's why I'm bringing it up. I actually wanted to have all the areas of my life pretty much complete and better. And I didn't know what that was going to be like until after it came to me. And then I went, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can handle this. It's uncomfortable, which is what you're going to feel. When you do manifest something and it does come, you have to embrace the opportunity, because you just don't know if it's going to happen again. I mean, if you're a 5-year-old child, maybe you have some time. But as you get older in life, you manifest something and ask for it over and over again. And then it comes and then you say, well, I don't know if I want it. You don't know if it's ever going to come back again. So my advice to you is to take it. So I'm actually embracing, sleep on it. And look, you might feel uncomfortable, but that's okay. You're getting what you want. Now, prophecy 7, I say, as you accept and embrace change, you will encounter new people, places, and things as you create your own true destiny. So when you do get what you want, you will be getting all great experiences coming your way. Oh, we have a caller. It's Kathy in Cleveland, Ohio. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, right away, I saw information. I received, this is a funny thing, which we don't know what this means. It tells a story. I saw grass and a goat. Okay, let's see. I don't know what that symbolic is. All right, so what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a bridge, and I'm seeing a space, like a link, and then there's a bridge. So there's something that you have to cross over to get what you want, your desire, whatever it is that you want, your desire is. Is there a direction you would like me to go into?
Okay, you're correct. I'm crossing a bridge right now. I fear
in your life? You mean driving? Oh.
No. In my life, I'm crossing a bridge.
Okay.
Which could cause me grave danger. I fear, but I also feel that I need to embark on this to satisfy this. I've had a bad 10-year period legally, and this involves some legalities, and I believe I need to go forward to end what I'm going through.
You have to do this. Are you there?
Yes.
Hello?
I'm here.
So I did see that you must do this. I think that it's actually like a learning curve. Whatever is going to happen after you get to the other side is actually going to enhance your life, and it will be almost like you will get a newfound strength as a person. And I see that you actually have a smile about it, but you are going to have sadness doing this, and you're going to have to let go.
I am actually physically moving my household so that I lessen the impact if it all went wrong, because I feel that whether I win or lose, it'll close the chapter and let me move on. So I'm willing to accept how it ends, but I think I will be unsatisfied without going ahead and doing it.
I have to tell you that even if you didn't have anybody with you, you'd still be okay, because you are someone that you're very, very steadily moved through life. And I know that you are a very strong lady, and everything will turn out right, because on the other side of the bridge, I see a light-filled horizon, and I see that you're going to have a big smile on your face. So the best of luck to you.
Thank you. You know what? And I believe you, and I agree, and I'm glad you validated the way I'm feeling, because I'm going to be 60 in August at the end of the month. I just became a Reiki master 2 months ago. I'm stepping forward in my life, and I just needed the encouragement. So bless you and thank you.
Thank you. Bless you too. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hi, Amber in Connecticut.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so I'm receiving information about you. I'm receiving there's a gift and there's a package, and I see you opening up the package, and there's confetti and there's beautiful, sparkly, something. Let me see what that is. It's a object, and let's see. Is there a direction you would like me to go into?
I'm in a really tough situation right now, and I'm just wondering when things are going to get better.
Okay. The fact
Financially,
that financially, you're
Hello?
wondering when they're going to get better? Yes, I can hear you.
financially and medically.
And medically.
Yep.
Okay, so as soon as I heard you and connected to you, I saw this box that which was very, very positive. Let me see what else I see. Okay, so I'm receiving information that you have actually. I see heaven. I'm seeing if there's anything connecting. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, so you have beings that are looking out for you and sending you light and hope. I don't sense that what's going on with you is going to last long term. I want to say it's going to be over soon. I want to say that it's, and I think that you have to hang on and have hope and believe and be positive.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Yes. Yes.
yes. Okay,
That's
so
wonderful.
yes, I'm suggesting that you take a piece of paper, and I would like you to write 3 goals of yours, something that you might think is so far beyond anything you could do. But I would like you to write these 3 goals or dreams down. And you don't give a timeline, you don't say when you're going to do it, but this will start to bring you towards hope and light. And it will counter any kind of negative information or thoughts that you're having, because it's going to actually take precedence. So if you write down 3 big goals or dreams that you have that you would like to do in your future. Okay?
Okay.
And then I would say, as soon as you feel up to it, I would like you to take one of them. Now, you don't share this with anyone. Take one of them, and I would like you to close your eyes, and I would like you to see yourself with this dream or goal, doing this, having this, whatever it is, and as many details as you can imagine. So you start to crack open, and you bring more light into your thinking, and you reprogram your thoughts. So pick one of them and start to visualize it and start to talk about it to yourself and to start to get excited about it. Okay?
Okay.
Now, it'll be interesting I'm guessing that you will, after you've done this, within a week, you will have a dream pertaining in some way to this goal or dream. And it's going to give you a direction to go into, something that you wouldn't think of. Maybe it's somebody that you know. And it might even just actually validate your dream or goal.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to say thank you so much for calling. And I post videos on my Facebook page, Mary Amy Official, and my website is Mary Amy Official. And I hope that everything works out for you. And I'm wishing you light and hope and love.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Have a wonderful day. I see that box and you're going to open it and all good things are going to happen. Okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Weekly, I have been doing gemstones, presenting gemstones. So today I'm going to present some new gemstones. This is a lapis lazuli, which is a blue gemstone. And this gemstone is self-expression. It reveals inner truth, honesty, compassion, morality to the personality, and it stimulates objectivity and clarity, and it encourages creativity. This is a call-bit, and it's a blue stone, dark blue, and this stone is royalty and humor, gods and power. Wow. And spirit and vision. It sounds majestic. It's a majestic gemstone. And this little tiny one, which I wish I had a bigger version of this, is a turquoise gemstone. And this is protection, strong yet soothing to the touch. It's healing. Positive mental characteristics, serenity, creativity, empathy, positive sensitivity, intuition, happiness, and wisdom. I used to wear a lot of turquoise necklaces before. So I just want to say that thank you so much for joining me on Dream Reality on A1R Psychic Radio. I hope we can all be a friend to someone today, and we can find the beautiful glowing light that's in our heart. And I will see you next week for more topics and callers. Thank you so much for joining me on Dream Reality. This is Mary Amy.
Your subconscious mind surgeon, and I'm sitting in the car. I'm not driving, I promise. So, and I'm in the passenger side, but my producer wanted me to do the show no matter what. That means discipline, and I love discipline. And that means that you can't just say, I can't. You have to, and I know you guys are actually looking forward to see and talk to me and communicate with me on the phone, because my rate is $35 per minute, and you guys just not really feeling good to pay that, some of you guys, and that's why the radio shows and A1R is always actually helping you guys to connect with me, to communicate with me then. But I had a good news. Now, Added Advice platform offering free minutes to just talk to Persian. So, and 5 minutes for any other advisors around. So basically, that would be great if you can sign up right now. So you do have the abilities and you do have this amazing offer. 3 minutes for Persian Medium and 5 minutes for any other advisors on Added Advice side to have a conversation and a communication with us. So discipline always means two ways. Number one, it would give you a lot of opportunities to connect with successful people, because when you discipline yourself about some project or something that you have in your mind and you're trying to get one step closer almost every day, then you can achieve faster. So, but if you do not have any discipline and you just want to have something and you don't know how to get, that means that you're all over the place. You have many options and many things, which is not good. And that's why it's super important to know and actually to have discipline in what you have in your mind in your projects. So this is actually very important. So my advice to you guys, if you do have some ideas in your mind, write it down, discipline yourself. It could be weight loss, it could be a new job, it could be a company, or actually become a company on your own and doing a lot of stuff. So no matter what you are doing, no matter what you have in your mind, but write it down and connect yourself with every almost pieces of that project and discipline yourself daily, you can get what you want. And believe me, after 21 days, discipline yourself about anything that you want, you will see the miracle right after. So just use the 21 days of the cycle to see, feel, and sense about what you desire, together with disciplining yourself about that specific matter. So now back to studio, and you guys listening to Persian Medium, your subconscious mind surgeon. Write it down exactly what you want to achieve in 21 days. Discipline yourself and hypnotize or hijack your subconscious to get closer to that desire that you have in your heart and in your mind. As I said, it could be weight loss, it could be any type, but what that matter right now is that you see your daily movement, that you're getting closer and closer to your desires. This is super important that you guys connect it to the desire and believe that you can achieve it. When you do have some new project, my recommendation to each of you, just let go of all negative people who may let you down or not leading you. When people trying to basically tell you that, oh, it's not for you, you're not good on this, you're just wasting your time, you can't do it, it's almost impossible. Please cut the cord with those who may not really believe in things that will go in a positive way, because they are an energy sucker and they're going to actually take away all your passion and motivation in your mind and your body. So at least if they are a close people around, it could be actually your wife, it could be your husband, it could be actually your mom, dad, even sister, brother, it could be a very close family member, which you at least don't engage them with anything, or don't try to involve them with the progress that you may have or going to have soon. So never try to involve them and engage them with this. And that's my recommendation to you guys when you both making a decision to do some progress. So when it comes to how to have a very successful, amazing life together with your husband and your wife, and I know that sometimes there is kind of couple that always want to be successful, always want to be powerful. There could be a little conflict because they may not really accepting each other, but they respecting each other. But at the same time, at the end of the day, they want. I have it. Hello. Hi, Patricia.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Patricia. How are you doing? Yes, my love. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Patricia, give me your date of birth, my love, and then tell me about your question, and let's see like what I can do and how can I help you. Go ahead, please.
I was just wondering how my finances are going to be in the next 6 months.
Okay. What I can feel right now, you've been actually around almost about like 3 or 5 days ago. I can see that something had happened. It could be like it put you in the emotional rack. That's why you are kind of very concerned and worried about. And you're constantly trying to recall something that I always tell my students don't recall worriness, don't recall sadness from your past, and don't recall anything that could stop you to make money. So my advice to you, in order to get what you want when it comes to finance, stop worrying yourself too much. I don't know what happened 3 days ago or 5 days ago, but sounds like it put you in a very uncomfortable situation when it comes to finance. So let go of it, stop doubting, and be in a moment. The problem with finance issues is always starting when we are concerning constantly about our future. So when you are not in a moment and you are not creating prosperities now, then you may almost lose every single opportunity in your future. So your present, now in the moment, give you the real, strong and powerful, prosper future. So from now on, you're not allowed to feel negative about finance and money. You're not allowed to think about the future and actually constantly asking yourself, am I going to be enough or good enough in 3 months and 2 months or 1 month? Am I going to be able to pay for this and that? So stop asking yourself. Because when you constantly asking and you want that this change and challenge happen soon, you block your prosperity. Ask that you already have it. Feel and sense 10 minutes before the bedtime that you already have it. This cycle is 21 days and 22 days cycle. Every single night, 10 minutes before the bedtime, visualize, connect yourself with that energies, feel and sense that you do already have this very strong, powerful prosperities and abundance, and also the wealth that coming towards you without no issues and no doubts. And when you ask for money, just don't be specific about one simple place. Just say, I'm happy and grateful to receive money from every areas of my life, not just one simple way. And this way you can bring miracle and happiness to your life in no time. Do you have any other question?
I was just wondering when the timeline would be for when I get married.
Are you asking, because I could barely hear you, are you asking about your marriage, that when you're going to get married?
Yes.
Okay. So the energies that I pick up right now, it would be almost around, it gave me actually the month for make it feel a little bit cold and snow. So basically it would be around the November, December. And I feel and sense it also the 2020, the first 2 months of 2020, that would be the celebration and also a lot of flowers around you. So the marriage connection is going to happen at that time as well, my love.
Oh, thank you very much.
So don't give up, okay? Thank you so much, sweetheart. So for more information about me, go to Avid Advice, baby, and sign up on Avid right now. Because by signing up on Avid, you can now get 3 minutes and talk to me or talk to any psychic on Avid Advice. Back to this video, and now I have Katie. Hello, Katie. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you, Katie. Katie, can you give me your date of birth first, my love, and then tell me what you have in your mind and what I can do for you?
It is May 3rd, 1965. I'm so excited. I waited forever.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you, Katie. Thank you so much. So, my love, ask me a question. What do you have in your beautiful mind? I'm trying to get connect and channel you and feel and sense and give you the answer that you need. Go ahead, sweetie.
Are you a medium? Can you connect with my mom, Patsy? I lost her in late 2017. Can you connect with her?
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. The only connection, actually, I get a lot of connection right now. I feel some sort of, I have a warm, strong feelings right now through my neck and my head. Sounds like that she had a lot of headache. Sounds like that she had a lot of headache because I feel a little bit of headache and a little bit of back pain. I didn't know what type of pain maybe she had in the past, but headache and back pain, I can feel and sense it. She's also trying to give me some sign, and this sign is all about cooking and some food, something that she basically always wanted or loved it, or something that actually she was always connected to. Okay?
Yeah, cooking.
So,
She cooked. She was a really good cook. I loved her cooking, and I miss it now.
awesome. So that's exactly how I pick up on her right now. But also, I feel the headache and a little bit of back pain. How she passed and what happened to her.
She died of brain cancer. She had tumors in the back of her head.
Shoot. Oh, wow. That was a brain cancer. That's why I got headache. Okay.
Yeah.
So I could feel the pressure and I could feel the not feeling good in the head. Okay.
Yeah.
That explains. So your mom is connected to me then. Because
can you ask her if my house will be put in my, I moved into a new home and I speak to her spirit all the time. I'm clairvoyant myself and I have my pendulums and I know when she's present in my new home. Can you ask her if my sister will put my house will my house become my own? Will it be, she told a friend of mine a while back that my new home will be secure. Do I need to worry about moving? My inheritance paid for half of it. My sister took a loan on it, and she's a homeowner. Can you ask my mom if my house will be mine?
She said yes. She actually gave you two answers. She said actually two times yes to you. So that means that everything will go the way as you wish. So you are doing great.
Tell my mom that I miss her and I love her. I love her so much.
She's so proud of you, Kathy. She's so proud of you. She's super proud of you, my love.
Does she know what my sister did to the family home?
Yes.
Is she happy about that? I saw the pictures of it today. Our family home is 60-something years, got like a makeover.
Yes. And my
sister bought our family home, and then I got what they call like a condo, a townhome.
Yes, she knows everything. She felt everything and she knew everything. That's why she said that she's so proud of you. And actually, a couple times she's telling me right now, I actually see repeatedly some words that say sorry. It sounds like she's apologizing. And she's apologizing in behalf of someone else. And again, she said sorry. Sounds like she's concerned and worried
you
about
tell her she doesn't need to be sorry about anything. What is she apologizing for?
I know, but she is. And she told me that I have to deliver her message. She said that she's so proud of you and you know the best. And she also telling me about your health, that you have to take care of yourself a little bit because you forgot yourself and you always sacrifice yourself for other people.
I'm behind. My sister is like my landlord, and I'm kind of like behind in my rent, and that's why I told my mom I've been worried about it. I've been worried that my sister's we had problems when she was ill, and my mom kind of knew, but she was getting so ill she couldn't help. But that's why I worry about I'm worried about that my sister's going to say, oh, well, you got to get out, or I'm just worried about family drama. You know what I mean?
Don't concern. She told you you don't need to be concerned. She didn't actually show me any red flags for you, and especially for your future. That's why your mom wants that you have to focus on yourself and also stop worrying too much and then just focus on yourself. Don't try to be a mom for everybody, okay? You're trying to be a mom for everyone, and you can't do it.
Can you ask my mom if my health? Will you ask my mom if my health will get better? I've had almost all the major stuff checked out, but I have minor issues. Can you ask my mom, when I get stuff done, will I be okay? I've been worried about that too.
Oh my God, she's smiling and laughing and says yes. So that was a big yes. It was a yes with happiness and love.
You know what? It's woman to woman. It's woman things. You know what I mean?
Yes. I know exactly what you mean. And
also
so
how we got my mom connected with my mom. I have a cleaning business I've had for 26 years, and like just recently, like this for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have a bunch of people bad mouthing my business on social media, and it's caused a lot of damage.
Wow.
You know, I advertise everywhere, but I'm local and I'm from my hometown, and I get a lot of business, but I get a lot of we got a college town that's very well known, Florida State Seminoles. Yeah, and I'm getting a lot of people saying I'm a scammer, I'm this and that. I'm sure my mom knows what's going on, but it's been upsetting me. But that's why I'm falling behind on my bills, because, you know, it's kind of like, it's a little bit like slandering my business, and they're saying all kind of gossip and stuff. And I've worked hard to get my business to where it is. And you know how it is. You get good reviews and you get bad reviews.
Yeah, but I'm happy for you. Number one, happy for you because right now she's the most proudest person ever. And number two, she's sending a lot of blessings, which is those blessings is actually including money and better finance. And number three, I feel that she wanted you to have your main focus on yourself and on your wealth again, and start thinking about yourself and love yourself more than anybody else. She misses you too. She reminds me also about some necklace or maybe some jewelry that maybe belonged to her.
The wedding rings. My mom and dad's wedding rings.
Do you have it already?
They got lost. She said that my mom said to my friend a while back that my sister had them in a box, and when she got sick and when she was at the hospital in and out, they got lost. But evidently my sister doesn't want me to have them. We went through a lot of a lot of tension when my mom was sick, because there's nothing but a lot of women in our family.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I asked my mom if my sister.
I think she tried to tell you that this ring belonged to you. So basically, somebody took that ring, or just not really felt good to have that ring. Your mom trying to confirm that this ring belonged to you, and she wanted to give it to you. So basically, this jewelry also is a symbol.
Will she give them to me eventually? Ask my mom.
Yes, that's exactly what she picked on the jewelry, and that's what she picked up actually on something that belongs to her. And then now there is somebody else maybe to compare of. But I would say it's absolutely coming to you because this is actually her order. So basically, she's going to almost push your sister, or somehow in her way, in a spirit way, to bring that ring to you and put it in your finger. And directly when you get there, then put it in your finger. Then you're going to have her blessing all the time with you.
Her name is A1R, my sister.
Oh.
She was so my mom's telling me that my sister will soon give me the wedding rings. I was going to put them on a necklace. I was telling my mom I was going to get a gold necklace, and I was going to wear it.
Yes. You know what? Mirror spirits always have their own way to communicate with people. And I think that she's going to communicate with the sister and bring that beautiful ring to you, because this ring belongs to you and nobody else should even take that ring from you. So you will get that blessing, baby. And I'm not even concerned and worried about it. You're doing fantastic. So my advice to you is now, this Wednesday, honey, try to have a candle on for almost 20 minutes around the 7 p.m. and do it in your kitchen and try to cook the food that maybe she loved and she felt good about, and pray for her. She's going to be around you. She's going to listen to you and connect to you. And if you ever want to, I have very strong psychic abilities. I actually feel that your energies and the spirit is so connected with me right now. So, basically, I wanted you to apply for Avid Advice, my platform, actually Avid Advice platform. This is a very good platform for someone like you that are real and having the real energies, because I never pick up the people energies that easily, but I didn't pick up on you. So it means that you are real. So I know sometimes it's not easy to get in Avid Advice platform, but I would love to have you to sign up as an advisor, because you deserve to help a million of people, and other people deserve to have you as their own advisors because you are real and you have a real feelings and real connection with the spirit. And this is a blessing that comes from your mom, and I'm happy that I connect with your mom. I'm happy to help out. So if you need me, you can just sign up on Avid Advice even as a consumer, and then talk to me or talk to any advisor if you ever want to connect with mom again. But in another hand, I would love to have you as an advisor on Avid Advice platform. So just send me an email and support@avidadvice.com, support@avidadvice.com. Let me know about you or kind of more about you, and then we can get from there. Do you have any other question, my love?
I just, like I said, once again, I wanted reassurance. I call my mom Mama because we're Southern here. And can you ask my mama, I don't need to worry about moving again? This house will be mine.
No worriness at all. No worriness, no red flags. Your mom shows smile, big smile with happiness and prosperity. No problem on money side, no problem on the physical or emotional side. And even actually, invited you for that jewelry. So that means that you have everything under control. And there is no need for
I don't have anything legally saying that it's mine yet. And that's what my inheritance is paid for some of it, but the loan is in my sister's name, but I don't legally have anything on it. My sister won't give me anything on it until she said I pay, which is $77,000 for the rest of it.
Your mom told me that she wants to help you. Yeah, when your mom telling me that she would love to help you to get what you want, and there's nothing to be worried. You don't need any legal paper. So, okay, I have just 90 seconds. Thank you so much for listening. This is me, Fiona, Persian Medium. I am Howard. You guys can find me on avidadvice.com. AVID advice.com. Have a great one and see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hi, I'm Ron, and thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now A1R on the air. Psychic Talk Radio on Moonstruck TV. Enlightening television.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, everyone. I hope you are all well this evening and doing good after last night's supermoon, black moon, all kinds of energy going on with that moon. I had a really tough time sleeping last night, and energies were high and probably not in the good way. I was a little bit cranky, as my husband could attest. But here we are, first day of August, and we have a retrograde behind us. Thank goodness. That seemed like it lasted forever. So I am looking forward to the new energies that the new moon is, or that the supermoon is bringing to us this month. And of course, I had a great topic I wanted to talk about tonight, and Spirit said, nope, I think you're going to talk about this one. So here we go. I'd like to just chat with you a little bit about letter writing. This might seem a little strange to you, but it is a great way, especially if you are grieving the loss of a loved one. It kind of helps get you through some of those really rough patches. And actually, we had to write what is called a love letter to our parent who had passed away as part of an assignment of my master's class that I am diving deep into right now. And so what that entailed was just me sitting down and, in a relaxed situation and just starting to write down some of the things that I was having a hard time with, that I was grieving, that I missed about my dad, or things that I was mad at him about, mad for leaving when I wasn't ready for him to leave. And, it's been about 2.5 years since my dad has passed, and I've done a lot of work around the whole grieving process and him being gone, and I really felt like I had a pretty good handle on it. And as I sat down and I wrote the letter, I was really amazed at what came out. And when you're sitting down to write a letter like this, you just write everything out. Anything that comes to your mind, write it down. And then after you're done with your letter, then you can do a ceremonial burn. Now, what I mean by a ceremonial burn is that you find maybe it's a bowl full of rocks, maybe it's your fire pit, maybe it's your fireplace. Whatever you do, find a very safe environment to do your burn. I usually like to write my letters on tissue paper, so then that way I can put it in a ceramic bowl and light it and let it burn. And it burns very quickly, very easily, and it doesn't smoke up the house like regular paper would. So what you do is you take it and you put your paper in a bowl or in a safe place, and you light it. And then you just sit there in quiet, in contemplation, and you let it release. You let it release from the letter, you let it release from yourself. And there's something very spiritual about watching it burn. That the fire, is very is very intense energetically. That's what it gives. The fire underneath us for our determination, and to watch it and watch the smoke. Because a lot of times our loved ones will come in and they'll start using the smoke as a way to communicate with us. You might see a heart. You might see a letter. It's really interesting in what you can see in the smoke. And this is really evident when you use tissue paper. I found it more with the tissue paper, something about the substance of it. The smoke is lighter, and it has a tendency to dance more through the atmosphere than just burning regular paper. But you can use regular paper too. So once that is, once the paper has burned and it's released into ashes, then it begins what is called a renewal in your soul, in your being. Now, you can write this letter as many times as you need to. It's really, really good to do ceremonial writing and burns during new moons and super moons. So like the energy that we just had, last night was a perfect time to do that. In fact, my husband and I actually did letter writing and ceremonial burns, and it was more about what we were wanting to release from our life that wasn't working for us any longer, and then bringing in all of the good stuff that we want to happen over the next few months, what it is we want to manifest, what is it we want to see happen in our life. And so especially during these times with these super moons and everything, can be really powerful times to do the letter writing and the ceremonial burns. Also, you can do them during the solstice, during the summer solstice and the winter solstice. Those are very typical times to do those types of letters, releasing what no longer serves you and bringing in what you want to see to come into your life. So try that. But the ceremonial burn and the letter writing for grieving a loved one is really powerful. It's a way for us to express ourselves and to get it out of our bodies, to get it out of our system so that we can move on and we can move past and we can move through those feelings with greater ease. And just being able to release that energy so that it doesn't carry in our bodies and cause illness for us. Because as you know, any anger, any sadness, anything like that that's kept pent up in our bodies can actually start physical signs of illness. So you want to be able to get that out and release it. And, don't worry if you don't know what you're going to write. Just put your pen to paper and start with a thought. And once you start with a thought and you go from there, it will just come naturally and you'll be amazed at what comes through. But don't keep that paper. Make sure that you burn it, you shred it, you do something in a manner that means something to you in order for you to release the energies from that and to release it from you. That's the most important thing. So I hope that helps. The very best in your letter writing. I have been actually doing this quite a bit, and it's really been amazing what has come forth to me in the process of doing that. And as you do it more, you get better and better at it, and you get more relaxed at it. And then when that happens, things just flow naturally. So good luck with that. Right now, we are going to go to the call lines, and we have Cynthia in Schererville, Indiana. Good evening,
Hello.
Cynthia.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you this evening?
Hello.
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
And, how are you this evening? What can we help you with?
I'm not sure.
I can just give you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do general readings, or do you want me to just ask a question? I'm not sure because I wasn't sure how you wanted me to approach this.
I can do either way. If you have a question in mind, I would be happy to look into that for you. If you want a general reading, there's always something really fantastic and interesting that you weren't expecting, or sometimes what you were expecting. So it's however you would like to do that.
Yeah, if you want to just do a general, that would be fine.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Let me take a couple of minutes here and just kind of tune in and see what your loved ones are wanting you to know. And so there's going to be just a little bit of silence here as I tune in, but I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Okay. So I am getting a mother figure coming forward. This person, she either is a mother, possibly an aunt, that has passed away. Is your mother still living?
No.
Okay. She has a fantastic personality. She's very joyous, very bouncy. I see her in the kitchen a lot. Did she enjoy cooking or baking?
No, not really. Not her. Mm-mm.
Not her.
My grandmother, my grandmother, her mother, but not really my mother.
Okay. Okay. It's possible that that the grandmother is coming through just a little bit stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling like both of their energies are kind of intermixing a little bit. But they're showing me cooking in the kitchen. That there was like this ceremonial process kind of that happened when they were in the kitchen. It's almost like I'm being shown like a cafeteria line. It's just like lines of food just keep going, just keep rolling through. It's bringing to mind my grandmother, and she lived on a farm, and that's the way it was. It was just lines upon lines upon lines of food, and they finished one meal and then they started another. And so this is what I'm being what I'm being shown right now. She's bringing that awareness that the lines and lines of food coming through, and she's showing me that it's a representation of almost what you are going through right now. That you just feel like there's this never-ending, like a never-ending cycle of things that are going on, and you're kind of waiting for that break. Where you can intervene, and you feel like you just never get that break, that it just continues on and on and on. Are you looking at a job change?
No, not really. No.
Okay. Is your job description changing at all? Because
well, I was in the medical field, and now I'm actually what's the word? Working on my skills as a psychic myself.
Okay. Okay. I'm also being shown crystals. I don't know if you are working with crystals right now, or
no.
There is a gravitation for you to work with crystals. And in fact, before I came on to the show, I was just sitting here. I was sitting here quietly, and I was getting that one of the callers was going to be involved with the crystals, and now I'm being shown that it was you.
Okay.
So you have some healing abilities, and I'm being shown that the crystals can add to that. Even if you get, like, there's a deck of cards, like, I'm not tarot cards, but like angel card reading cards. There's a deck out there that's specifically for crystals. And so I'm being shown that you should bring that into your practice, even into your own personal daily practice, because this is going to give you some guidance and some insight to some things that you need to know.
Do you have any idea, like, what kind of healing abilities they have? I mean, are you getting anything on that? Curious.
I see a lot of what I'm being shown is like aura healing.
Oh, okay.
It's they're showing me that there isn't like a real particular modality for you. Just you and your presence alone can bring around those healing capacities.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm writing this down. So, okay. All right. And also, do you see, like, for, you know, within the next year, or, you know, I don't know how far, like, into the future you can see, but do you see, like, anything happening with me as far as, like, you know, because I left the medical profession, and do you see, like, me, like, expanding with, you know, with a healing, you know, business or anything like that, or, you know, anytime soon?
Yes, actually I do. As they're actually showing me that you're a medium. You're more than just a psychic. So when people say that someone is psychic, psychics can kind of they perceive the energies, whereas mediums, they are actually they're the channels. They're brought visions. They are brought emotions through smelling, tasting. They hear things. Sometimes they can actually hear spirit voices. And they're saying that you would do really well to try to find someone who could help you expand on your abilities. There's a lot of people out there teaching mediumship. Of course, I'm very partial to the gal who teaches mine. If you're interested, you can reach out to me on my Your Time to Shine Facebook page, and you can message me, and I can.
Okay. Your time to shine. Okay. Oh, wonderful.
And I can give you some names to get in touch with. But they're saying that right now you are getting a lot more information than you even realize. They're asking me to ask you, do you do you talk to yourself in your head? Do you have conversations? Do you answer yourself in your head?
Yes, I do. Yes. Yeah. I was just laughing yesterday because I was in the kitchen and I was talking to myself, and I thought, oh my God, but I have a daughter and a husband that live here with me, and I thought if they would even just see me right now talking to myself, they would think that I was crazy.
Yeah,
I do.
That's how I receive information. That's one of the hardest abilities to really put your finger on, because you never really know if it's spirit talking to you or if it's your own self talking.
Yeah. I always thought it was myself. You know, that it was myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. So they're just saying that you really have an amazing gift, and if you could find someone to really help you hone in on those gifts, that you can just be really amazing at this. I mean, it's really fantastic.
Okay. Oh wow, I'm getting tingling all over my body just listening to you. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Yep. Well, thank you so much for an very uplifting message and reading. Thank you. And
you are so welcome.
I have your time to share, and I definitely will message you. And if you would be, willing to share names with me, I would really appreciate that. So I'll message you, soon. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And that's Your Time to Shine.
Oh, to shine. Okay, that's right. Okay, I need to put my glasses on here. I can't even read my own writing. This is terrible. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm too excited now after talking to you. It's like I gotta get grounded here again. Okay. All right. Well,
Cynthia, thank you so much for your time and calling in, and have a wonderful night.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right. Next, we have Heba in California, Laguna Hills.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for doing this.
You are so welcome. What can we help you with tonight?
I don't know if we can start with something general. Whatever you have for me, I will be more than happy to listen to.
Okay, perfect. So let me tune in here for just a moment, see what your loved ones have to say, and there'll be just a little bit of silence here as I tune in, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Perfect. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have to ask, are you planning a trip anywhere, like a vacation, a holiday?
Actually, I was planning a trip to Mount Shasta.
Mount Shasta. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So, yeah, so I am seeing that you are going to go on this trip. So if you hadn't really decided, I am being shown that you're going to go.
Okay.
Being in the mountains is for you is a really amazing experience. For some people, it's being around water. But for you, it's being in the mountains. It's being in that altitude. It's being in just having that enormous rock in front of you. It's something so powerful, and it talks to your soul. Hang on just a minute. I'm trying to see what they're trying to tell me. I'm having trouble understanding what they're saying, but it's like you're an earth child. You're very grounded. Going out into walks into nature, getting out and having your feet in the dirt is something that really grounds you and really helps you get through some tough times. If you're going through tough times, this is how you get through them.
Okay.
Do you like to garden?
No, at all.
Not at all. Interesting, because I'm being shown that you have fairies in your yard.
I'm sorry, what?
Fairies.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. And they're there blessing your land, and blessing your home. So you might look into putting in like a little fairy garden. If you Google them, that you can make little pots with little fairy little figurines and houses and things like that, because they are there. They're around with you. And
it's funny you say that, because I got a message from the other side last week that I have a sprite with me, and I didn't know what that was, and it's a warrior fairy.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, yeah. I didn't know what they were, but it's a fairy, but more of like not the feminine one, but the warrior one, and it was gonna be with me for a while, and I was surprised because I've never heard of of a sprint, and now sprint, whatever they're called. But now you tell me fairies. That's very interesting that in 1 week I hear twice about this.
Yeah. So they are there. So definitely look into putting something out there, especially for, just especially for the fairies.
Okay.
And actually, we are coming right down to the end of our show. I would be happy to extend this conversation with you over at my Facebook page if you are interested. And it is Your Time to Shine.
Okay, I've been waiting for 3 hours.
Oh,
okay.
Contact me on my Facebook page, and I would be happy to carry on the conversation with you. Okay.
Right now, you mean?
So when we get off of the show, absolutely.
Okay. All right. What is your Facebook page?
Your Time to Shine.
Your Time to Shine.
Yep.
Okay, we'll do so.
All right. Well, I will see you over there. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. I'll be in touch in a few then. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that does it for us. Another Thursday night. Thank you for tuning in to us this evening on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. You can catch me over on my Facebook page at Your Time to Shine, also Julie Yeager Walker Medium, or you can catch me over on my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Have a great evening, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Guidance. Angels Divine Guidance. I'm Angel. I'm Psychic Medium. And I have a few little things to say today. Remember that today is the new black moon, also known as the dark moon. It is a super moon. Today is a great time to do performing of cord cutting rituals. It's also a perfect time to get rid of anything in your life that no longer serves you. So what I like to do on the new moon and the full moon is I do my little ritual. I write down what I'd like to cut cords to, what I would like to get rid of that no longer serves me. And then I burn it with a little bit of sage and I release it to the universe and I let the universe take her over. The other thing this week that has been brought a lot to my attention is I want to just make it known to everyone that we all possess the tools that we need to unlock our hidden potential and help us lead an intuitive and psychic life. Because this week's been a week where everybody says, how did you know you were intuitive? How do you know if you are intuitive? And I'm like, well, we all are. It's just whether we choose to activate it and open it up and enjoy the ride. So like last week, this week I pulled a few cards. So the card that I got for all our viewers today is the Fearless card. Okay, so let's remember what the Fearless card is. We don't want to look back on our life and go, what would it have been like? So we need to jump in. Fear is nothing more than we don't have information related to the topic that we're scared of. And we need to turn around and just relax. And we need to start figuring it out and just taking the leap. Run and jump off the dock. Let's have some fun. Okay? Now, we are going to go into our first caller, which is Veronica.
Hello?
Hi, Veronica. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, today I was pulling cards, and your card is the Compassion card. Now, the Compassion card is not just about unconditional love towards others. It's also unconditional love towards ourselves. I get a sense for you, Veronica, that you're kind of hard on yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, I'm just going to get into here. Okay. You need to get a little more easier on yourself. Okay. You're making choices and decisions based on the information that you have at hand. So you got to give yourself a little leeway because none of us are perfect. There's no such thing as 110%. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have any particular questions that you wanted to ask me tonight, or did you want me to just dive in?
Just dive in, please.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, Veronica, I'm just going to get in. Oh, I love your energy. You're a very wonderful person. You have a very big heart.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes.
You give the shirt off your back to perfect strangers, which sometimes kind of leads where you get taken advantage of.
Yes.
So you need to keep that in mind, that not everybody is at the same place that you are, if that makes sense.
It does.
Okay. You're very intuitive. You've always followed your gut, and you've always gone for what you've wanted, no matter what anybody has said.
Correct.
Correct? Okay. Let's see. Have you had a little bit of health issues here in the last 6 months? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Know that you're coming to the end of that issue, like that it's going to start resolving itself.
Awesome.
Okay. You just need to start taking a little more you time. I feel like you're a very busy person. You're constantly doing for others and putting yourself last, need I say?
Yes.
Yeah. So you need to start learning the word no. Okay?
Okay.
And it's okay to say no, and it's okay to take time out for you. just remember that if you don't do this for yourself, you're not going to be able to help other people, because you are going to fall sick, and you're going to be in a position where you won't be able to help people. So you need to take care of yourself to be able to help others.
Okay.
Does that make sense for you?
Very, very much so.
Yeah. Okay. Who has or had the heart problem in your family?
Other than myself, my dad.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking this is more you.
Yes. Recently it was me. Yes.
Yeah. Are you still having trouble breathing? Because I'm feeling tight in the chest. No?
No,
Okay.
no, my breathing's fine.
Okay. I'm getting like a tightness in my chest, which leads me to believe that you're either having issues with breathing, or you're overdoing it with your heart, which is making you kind of tired.
Yes, I do be tired. Yes.
Okay. So, are you on oxygen?
No, I think that was because at the time I was working two jobs, but now, as a couple of weeks ago, I let them go. I'm only working one now.
Oh, okay. That would explain some of what I'm feeling. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, I'm going to stick with you need to slow down. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Just for the fact that you're going to run into a little more issues if you don't. Like, I'm not a medical doctor or anything. I can only go by what I feel when I'm sensing people's energies. And I'm like, I'm getting the heart. I'm getting the heart issue. I'm getting the tight chest. Like, I'm going to have a hard time breathing. So you need to slow down, and you need to take care of yourself.
Okay. Okay.
And it's okay to ask for help. All right.
Okay.
I know you're used to doing stuff your way, and you're a very independent woman who
very independent,
the world. So now it's time to say it's okay to ask for help. And I'm saying this through experience, because I'm a lot like you. I've conquered, I've did on my own. And within the last year, I've had to really ask for a lot of help, because I was diagnosed with cancer. And that gave me a great big lesson of you need to ask for help. Okay. And it's okay. It's okay for us to let that guard down and get people to help us. It's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Okay? Because, I mean, we're only human, and we can only do so much. And the people in your life want you around for a long time. So they're going to understand, and they're going to help you.
Okay.
Okay? Do you have 2 children?
I do.
Okay. Okay, so you have a son and a daughter?
A son and a daughter, yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Your daughter's waiting to help you, but she doesn't want to step on your toes.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, she'd love to help you, but she doesn't want to make you feel worse than you already do, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because your daughter has a very big heart like you. She's also an empath, so she feels things a lot.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So she really wants to help you, but she's kind of holding back a little bit. So just ask for some help.
Okay.
Are you living in your own house?
I moved here about 8 months ago. It's an apartment.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense, because I was going to tell you, like, the yard work was getting to be too much.
Mhm.
So they're showing me that there was going to be a shift or a move. So if you've already made it, that's a good thing. Okay. Just
Yes. And where I was previously, the yard work had gotten to be too much. So yes.
yeah, because they were showing me that you were really struggling with it. So where you
Yes.
are, you made the right choice to move there if you've been second guessing yourself. I know
Yes.
I know it's hard to move and have to downsize and give up some of our possessions.
Yes.
Okay? So just know that you made the right choice for yourself. Do you have 3 grandchildren?
No, I have 2, unless there's one on the way.
They're showing me 3. So that could
Okay.
could mean there's either another one on the way, yeah, definitely, or it could mean that there is somebody like a niece or a nephew that you consider to be a grandchild.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I have 2. But my daughter miscarried a month ago.
Was it a boy?
I don't know. It was only like
I'm getting a feeling that there's 2 boys and a girl for grandchildren.
okay. I have 2 girls as grandchildren.
Okay, so that's way out there. Why would that be? Yeah, no, that's a really way out there one. Okay, so unless I'm already picking up on caller number 2, I'm just going to leave that one alone.
Okay.
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 Yeah. Okay. Now, you have a question?
Well, I am considering moving at the end of this year. My desire is to move to Florida because my daughter's getting married next week and she and her husband will be doing other things. So my desire is to move to Florida, and I'm just wondering, is this going to be a good move for me?
And you want to do that by next year?
Well, at least by the end of this year. The next year would be fine too. There's really not a rush.
I think I'm not going to say don't do the move, but I'm getting right now you need to stay where you are because you're going to need a little bit of extra help.
Okay.
Okay? And you need to just kind of settle and make sure you get the health issue under wraps.
Okay.
Okay? Because if you're in the middle of getting your health issue under wraps and then you're moving and then you have to switch doctors, that's just going to prolong your health care, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? Other than that, I would just hold off on that move to Florida.
Okay.
Just maybe by the end of next year. But I'm like they're strongly telling me you should be staying put for now.
Okay. Okay.
You need to get the health under control.
Okay.
Okay? Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Okay. Now, do you have any further questions before I move on to my next caller?
Do you feel anything in the business area for me, my own business, or do you feel anything as far as relationship wise?
Okay. Business wise, again, they're really sitting around your health issues right now, and you really need to concentrate on that. Okay?
Will do.
Before you move on, you really need to concentrate on that. Now, they do show that there is a male coming. I don't know if the number 2 means anything to you.
No.
No? Okay, so that could be that this male figure could be coming through to your life in, say, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years.
Okay.
It could be the second of a month. It's just watch
Okay.
your twos, okay? And it's going to be, you won't be expecting when he's going to come into your life. You might be sitting at the doctor's office. It'll be kind of a situation like that where he's going to cross your path.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Or you could be just, you're going on a trip this summer. Well, this fall, I should say. Were you thinking of going away?
I was thinking about going back home for my mom's birthday.
Okay.
In October.
Yeah, you will be doing that. You might meet him on the trip on the way home.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So it's going to be in a situation, something like that, and it's going to be it's going to be something that you're not expecting.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Because you kind of got your mind on what you're looking for, but it's sort of not going to fit into that. Okay.
Okay.
So be open.
Okay.
He is coming. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. No, thank you for calling in. Okay. And you can keep in contact with me. Just go to my website and we can keep chatting.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. And we'll go on to caller number 2. Denise?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Dennis?
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. How are you today?
Okay, thank you.
You're okay? All right. So today I was picking cards before for my callers. Now you're caller number 2, and it's quite interesting because I got 3 cards for you. Okay. So the first one is unconditional love. Okay. So know that you need to be open. You are very caring. You love with all your heart, which has gotten you into some particulars. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, that's kind of going to be behind you. Okay. Your second card you got is a new chapter. So you've got a shift, a change coming up in your life, which could be in romance, it could be in business, it could be in finance. It's just, you have a big shift coming. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. The third card we got was walk your truth. Now, I sense that you swallow a lot of stuff. You really don't say what's on your mind. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to start speaking your truth and not worry what other people are going to think. Okay? Because they have 2 pains. One to get mad and one to get unmad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You need to be truthful to yourself so that you can have and lead a happy, joyful life, which is very well deserved. You've worked hard all your life. You've given away your last dollar to a perfect stranger.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So now it's time. It's time for you to start enjoying your life the way you want it to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Dennis, did you have any questions for me?
There's only one that's always been bugging me. It's my wife ever cheated on me. Can you answer those?
Okay. Could you repeat that, please? I had a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, I said, has my wife ever cheated on me? Can you answer those?
just going to see what I can get. You know, on that one, okay, I'm not getting that she particularly cheated on you in the sense that you're saying or thinking, but I don't think the truth is being spoken, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm getting the feeling that she's not telling the whole story.
Yeah. So what's that mean?
Okay? Yeah. So that comes with part of the shift and you needing to speak your truth. So you basically got to put the cards on the table with her.
Oh, yeah, but she just knows everything.
Well, if my hubby was here, he'd tell you, most women are that way. And then we have a little discussion about that one.
Yes. As long as I know she hasn't hurt you in that way. Sexually, then I'm all right with it.
I'm not getting that sense that she's done that. No. Okay. I'm getting more that the whole truth isn't out. Like she's not telling you the whole truth. I think she's like, I'm getting like, if without getting too much into her energy, I'm getting more of a feeling like she's unhappy. But she's scared to say, like she's scared to say why she's unhappy.
She's very ill at the moment. She's one of these women who to get up and get out sort of thing and do her own stuff basically, but she can't do it.
Yeah.
They're saying that she's got an infection of the lung and they can't cure it. It's really knocking her about.
Okay. Now, okay. Just want to see, which could be the where I was having the trouble breathing with the first caller. I was already sensing on your call itself. Okay.
We've both got that COPD, don't you?
Okay. Do you guys also have the 3 grandchildren?
I have
2 boys and a girl?
Altogether. I have 5.
5, okay, and there's 2 boys and a girl? Out of that 5?
I've got 4 boys and a girl.
Okay.
And we lost the girl.
Okay. So yeah, I was picking up over here. Okay. So, all right. Gonna dabble into a little bit more. Okay. Has she gotten a second opinion on her lungs?
Has she told him go on?
I'm getting. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting that maybe she should be getting a second opinion on the lung infection.
What do you mean it's not as bad as they're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell her that.
Okay. Just because I'm just getting the feeling that there's something a little more there. Okay? The whole truth isn't out.
You're saying she's worse than what we think?
Well, I don't think she's worse. I just think that they might be missing something.
Okay.
Okay? And I think if it's found, it might speed up the recovery.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? So it doesn't hurt to get a second opinion.
No, that's true.
Right? So I would speak my truth and like tell her she needs to start getting a second opinion. The lungs are nothing to play with, like really. That's
Yeah.
we need to breathe, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. And like I was telling you, Dennis, you need to put the cards on the table and you need to speak your truth to her. And
Yeah.
like, I'm not feeling that it's anything you've done. It's more she's unhappy. There's something missing, and her health is an issue because she's not able to do the things that she thought she'd be able to do at this time in her life.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? So just kind of, I mean, she needs unconditional love, and she needs to know that you're there for her no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. I should.
Yeah, because I think she's getting more of the feeling that she's going to be all alone.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
You tell me what you told me earlier. Lifted a great weight
Yeah.
off my shoulders, and now I can express myself to her now.
Yeah.
Whereas
So it's
before,
more
I
she
couldn't
needs.
before because I thought that she in the past life she'd done it.
No, I'm not picking that up. I'm picking up more that she's not happy. That it's like she's going to be missing something in her life, okay? So it's like she's going to get sick and it's going to be like everybody's going to walk out on her and she's going to be all by herself. She needs the unconditional love and needs to know that you're going to be there for her.
I'll tell her that, yeah.
No matter what, okay?
Yeah.
All right? Do you have any more questions? We've got about 30 seconds.
We haven't
We got less than 30 seconds.
Are we going to make the move from this house?
Yes, you are.
Good.
Okay?
Sooner or
And
later.
it's gonna be better for you.
Yeah, he's going to be sooner or later.
I'm gonna get within 6 months.
Hello and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. It's very nice to be on the show today. Now, I was just thinking about what we could talk about, and I think sort of probably the most important thing that spirit sort of do for us, the spirit world do for us, and that is healing. And it's just incredible how they are able to heal in many cases. Now, obviously, the first sort of, method of healing is when some, a medium will put their hands on you and do hands-on healing. And again, there's some remarkable results from that. And, there's no sort of guarantees. And I think I was always told by the spirit world that if we are meant to receive the healing, then we will. But they work on many levels. They work on the sort of physical, the mental, and the emotional level. So it depends on sort of, what is your need, in other words. But the other thing that healing can be done. Now, I, as a medium, I sit for an hour every day. And in that hour, I will invite my guides to come forward. And they will do, I will send out healing. And what I've done is I've created a list of all the people that want healing. And, funnily enough, I said to my guides, I said, should I be, reading out this list to you every time I sit to do healing? And his answer was, no, because it will get too long. So I just sort of say, and here's my list, and I open it up because it's always on my computer, and I open it up, and they work from there. And and so that's something I do. I sit there for an hour with Spirit sending out healing, and I do that every day for an hour, 7 days a week. And I try to do that regardless of what's going on in my life. And every now and again, I might slip and not do it that day, but on the whole, it's sort of every day. And I absolutely love the healing, because it gives you that it gives you the vibration that the spirit world work with. This is something interesting that you may not be aware of, but I see all this light coming sort of to me and then through me, and they're working with sort of my energy and their energy, and it makes me feel sort of really really sort of relaxed as well when I'm sending out sort of healing. So that's sort of a little bit about healing, but there are other methods. For instance, like I could do a reading that is very healing, because the words can be healing, or and that's again, that's spirit working through me, and then perhaps you could be speaking to a friend and giving advice, and a cup of tea, and that's healing. And so there's many ways to be a healer, but healing is so important in our world. And if we pray or send out thoughts to those people that we feel need healing, or if we pray and send out thoughts to the atrocities that are happening in the world, it can make a huge difference, an absolute huge difference. Anyway, I know that we have some callers waiting, and I have Amaya in York, Pennsylvania. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Amaya. Amaya. Hello. And how are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. And so it must be about 3:10 in the afternoon there. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
So I'm a medium, and I can connect to loved ones in the spirit world, or I can look for guidance from my guides. Is there a particular place where you'd like me to focus, or a particular way that you'd like me to work?
I've been trying to connect to one of my best friends who passed away like 3 years ago.
Right. Okay, is this female? Because I'm just checking to see, because I might get a mail through and think, oh, that's not it. Amaya, is she female? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Right. Okay. The first thing that I'm hearing is I feel that her passing was unusual circumstances. Would you understand that? Because yes, I don't feel like, when if we have a young person, we go to sort of two things that happen sort of so many times. But I think with Amaya, the words I'm getting is it was unusual circumstances.
Yes, that's true.
And I feel that when I look at her personality, I see her as being quite an incredible woman. Somebody who I feel like she lifts people's spirits, or sort of she's a really. I feel these words wouldn't just do her justice, but she's a really good person. But I feel like she's almost, better than that. It's almost like she's an earth angel. Like she's so good to many people. And I feel that I feel like she's very charitable of nature. And I don't know whether she was involved particularly with charity, or it was just her personality of being very charitable in the way that she conducted her life. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, that makes total sense to me. Yes.
And I feel that she's making me feel as though there were times when she would help you, but I feel that there's also times when you helped her, because I feel like you were, and I'm getting the word confidant, so I don't know why I'm getting confidant. So it's like you were a confidant for each other. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, that makes completely sense to me. I've always said that.
Oh, right. So that's why I'm getting it.
Yes.
See, the thing is with me, Amaya, is I get nosy and I look at it and I think, why did you give me that word? That's the problem with me as a medium, and I need to get myself out of the way and just give what I get. And she's saying to me that she's making me feel as though in her funeral, there was something that you did that was like a special tribute to her. Would you understand that? It was something that you did special for her. And she's showing me an image of some flowers, and you're putting them down somewhere.
Yes, I gave roses to her mother after the funeral was over.
Right. Okay. I knew it was something to do with flowers, and there's also a ribbon around the bottom of the flowers as well.
Yes.
And she's saying to me that whilst she's very, very happy in the spirit world, she's making me feel as that you are one of the biggest losses to her. As sort of because she's making me feel as though there was nothing that, it's like there's a closeness that is every day, speaking to each other all the time, and she feels, and she's saying to me, I'm all right in the spirit world, I'm getting on with things, but the thing is she makes me feel as though she's like she's got her right arm cut off, and of course she hasn't, but she makes me feel like that. It's just like a figure of speech, that whenever anything happens, she can't go to you and say, oh, you never guess what happened. Yeah. She can't do that. And she's so sort of, she's so frustrated about that, because she says so many things are happening to her in the spirit world, and she can't come and tell you. And she says you were always the go-to to sort of tell what was going on. She's showing me a bed, and she's showing me a teddy bear, and there's something, or I don't know whether it's like a stuffed animal, like I don't know whether it's a teddy bear or another animal, but I know there's like a toy animal on the bed somewhere, and she's making me feel. I just saw that in my clairvoyance. Would you understand that? There's something significant about that.
Yes. On Easter, the year of her passing, we had gotten matching stuffed animals, and we always kept it with each other.
Right. And I feel like there's a name on the stuffed animal as well. There's some writing on it. There's some writing.
I would have to look. I'm not sure if there is or not.
Okay. Have a look.
Okay.
And also, I feel that a lot of the things that each other would buy, the other one would buy as well. Because I feel like there's a lot of things that both of you had, like I don't know, and she's keeping me in the bedroom, because I feel like it's things in the bedroom that there are a lot of things that are similar, and she's making me feel that she knows your family very well, and you know her family very well. That's the feeling she makes. Because she makes me feel as though you would spend time in her family home and vice versa. And she's also making me feel like, because she's showing me like you would do that when you were quite young. Like, because I feel like you've known each other from a young age.
Yes.
And is there something significant at the age of 13 or 14 that happened?
Involving like me, I had tried to hurt myself when I was that age. That was the first time I had ever tried.
Right, because she just sort of brought that time to me. Like there's something that happened at that time.
Yes.
And she made, because I
believe her father had passed away at that time as well.
Right. But she's making me feel as though she was really like she makes me feel like it really hit her hard. You know, at that time, sort of like I feel like I'm very like in her mind, she can't lose you. She's like she can't lose you. And I feel that was sort of quite a distressing time for her. And I'm just asking her if she's met up with her father. So I'm just asking her that because that would be nice to know, wouldn't it?
Yes, it definitely would.
She said, of course, I'm with him. And she says that she's making me feel as though she has a very close relationship with him. And there's a deep love with her father. And she makes me feel as though it's like she doesn't have favourites, but her dad is her favourite.
Yes, definitely. She's a daddy's girl all the way.
Yeah. It's like she loves her mum, but it's daddy. and so she wants you to know that she's connected with her dad, and it's really sort of really nice to be with her. Yeah. I'm just asking her for the last message because I've got another caller waiting, and it's so sad because it's only about 5-10 minutes that we get for a reading, and I know sort of like when people enjoy the reading, they're sort of settling down for the evening.
Yes.
But you can find me on Facebook, and my name is Gail Moffat. So if you need to connect with me or ask any questions, that's fine. But she just wants to. Her last thing that she wants to say to you is, Amaya, is that she really values this life because of your friendship with each other. She makes me feel like you were almost like twins.
Yes.
and it's like glued to each other. And she's just saying thank you for being my friend. And she's just showing me a book where you're doing some writing, and I don't know whether have you been writing a journal, or is there some sort of writing?
I went on and off after she passed. I haven't really been doing it lately, but I was.
Yeah. Well, she's read the words that you've written. And she understands what you've written and why you've written it. And she just wants to thank you for being in her life and being her best friend. Obviously, you've got a whole life ahead of you, and there's no predictions of when you're going to the spirit world. But what I do know is when the time does come, whether you might be an 80-year-old woman or whatever, but when the time does come, you will be. She will be meeting you. She's making that very clear, that she will be there to collect you, and so you will see her again, which is lovely.
Yes.
But Amaya, I'm so sorry it's so short. Thank you very much for calling in, and lovely to speak with you, and also to connect your lovely friend. She's adorable. I love her. But thank you very much. Thank you. Now, I have Donna in Fairlawn, New Jersey. Are you there, Donna?
Yes, I'm there. How are you, Gail?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. So I am a medium and I can connect to loved ones in the spirit world, or I can look at, focus on some aspect of your life. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work?
Well, I have, I guess maybe on the mediumship, because I've lost a lot of people that I feel a lot of turmoil with every day and every night. I try to communicate with them at night myself, and I have no success.
Yeah, they're probably there though. You know, that's the annoying thing when you feel you don't have any success. But what my advice to you is that if you speak out the words that you would like to say to them, they will hear you. So remember that. Even though you can't hear back, they will hear you.
Okay.
Is there somebody in particular that you'd like me to connect with? Because we've only got about 8 minutes left of the show.
Well, my both of my parents are deceased, and my Uncle Al, who was like a stepfather to me. I lost him about 2 years ago. Very painful, because he was the man who walked me down the aisle when I got married.
Wow.
And it was very sudden with him. Well, even with my mom.
Yeah.
My mom, I was 13 and a half. I wasn't ready for that. It feels like, there was so much left to be said, but we didn't get a chance to say it.
Well, your
and
mum
I just want to know that they're okay.
Yeah, well, your mum is standing in front of me, and she's arm in arm with a gentleman, and I'm hearing the words Uncle Al, and so I feel that she's met up with him, and they're arm in arm in the spirit world, and I'm going all tingly, so I know I've absolutely got that right.
Oh, that's beautiful. I am too.
Yeah, and she's got, it's interesting because she's actually all dressed up. She's got a hat on for some reason, and she's got sort of her nice clothes on, quite sort of old-fashioned sort of clothes that she's wearing. But she's making me feel as though it's funny how they show you these things. She's making me feel as though they're going somewhere special right now. And she's come in to sort of, say hello, and then they're going off somewhere. But she's saying to me that it was very important for her to be there when your uncle or your stepfather, when he passed away, because she's making me feel as though as much as he missed her, she missed him. And she's saying to me that he was a little bit lost without her. That he sort of, it's almost as though he never really got over losing her. Would that make sense to you?
He didn't. Yes, because he used to say that to me. I used to ask him how come he wouldn't date anybody or remarry, and he said, no. Your mother's in the cemetery waiting for me, and he was lost without her. Yeah. And so was my Uncle Al. That was his only sister.
Yeah. And so I feel with your stepfather that he is he's so, it's like he's delighted that he's with your mum. I just feel the sort of I can feel in him the pain that he had as a result of not being with her. It's like they were meant to be with each other in this life. And I feel that on some level, both of them were very healing for each other. And I feel that your mum definitely had a lot of healing from him when she got together with him, because she's making me feel as though her first relationship, I feel, with your father wasn't as good as she would have liked. Would that make sense to you?
No, it was horrible. It was horrible. Wow.
And Yeah, and she's making me feel as though she was very. It's like she makes me feel like she was terrorized by life, and sort of,
She
was struggling to sort of live in a proper way. And when your stepfather came along, he was kind, he was gentle, he was just loving, he was everything that your father wasn't, and she just fell over head over heels in love with him, and they were just so sweet. They were just so sweet together. I feel like they would do sort of little romantic things or little kind gestures for each other all the time.
They never fought. I never knew what a fight was with my parents. Never.
And they always sort of would do things for each other, and very kind. And I mean, it was just an extraordinary, loving relationship that they had. And you know, I feel with them that they're both extremely happy to finally be with each other, because I feel with them that both of them were lost without the other one. Because whilst your mum, I do feel with your mum that she had her difficulties in the spirit world, but she was okay, but she just feels like everything is complete, everything is okay, everything is nice now that she's with her husband.
Wow. That
is there something that is there a reading that is significant to your family that you may have done at either at a wedding or a funeral that has been done more than once? Because they're referring to this reading, and I feel that it's quite poignant that I need to bring it up.
I read at my stepfather's funeral, and then at my Uncle Al's funeral, and I totally broke down at both of them, but I managed to get through them.
And was it the same reading? Because I feel like it's the same.
Pretty much, yes, because my stepfather was so good to me while he was alive, and my Uncle Al, after both my parents had died, he kind of stepped in and took their place. So it was pretty much the same thing, thanking them for all of their guidance and their love.
Yeah. Your Uncle Al is here, but I feel that he's just saying to me, I want to let you know that I am here with your parents, but I didn't want to take over because I knew that it was important that you first heard from your mother and your stepfather, and how they've been reunited and how they're together.
Hi, I'm Mark. Thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now, back to A1R on the air, Psychic Talk Radio Now on Moonstruck TV, enlightening television.
Hello, everyone. I'm Colleen van der Zijden, and this is Creating an Inspired Life. Thank you so much for watching and listening tonight. I am a medium, and as a medium, I connect in with our loved ones on the other side. And I'm also a certified life coach. And as a life coach, I help people basically handle their problems. I help them get back to who they truly are so that they feel empowered and confident in moving forward in their lives, recognizing they have the power to change their lives. And this is what I do all the time, just help people live a better life. Today's coaching tip is all about being deliberately bold. When I think of being deliberately bold, I feel very empowered with that thought. It seems to be something that gives me a feeling of confidence. Being deliberate is acting with intention, making conscious choices and decisions, okay? Being bold implies a bit of fearlessness, some courage and some bravery. That That doesn't mean that we're not scared, but being bold means we act anyway and we take action no matter what, if we have fear or not. When we are deliberately bold, we consciously choose to take the action. It's a willingness to take a risk, to face a fear that could be holding us back. It's not being reckless or stupid. We are not just acting for the sake of acting. We involve an intention with it and a conscious decision. The other day, I was talking with a friend and explaining my thoughts on being deliberately bold. And at that moment, interestingly, we drove by a ropes course. A ropes course is made up of activities like zip lining, climbing on ropes, walking on boards that are suspended in the air, all sorts of challenging activities, and they all happen 30 to 40 feet above the ground or even higher. My friend said, should we do it? It would be deliberately bold. His question was particularly interesting because we had already talked a little bit about my fear of heights. You know, I'd said I would not jump out of an airplane, that kind of thing. So we'd already talked about these things, but his comment saying it would be deliberately bold and saying we should do it because it would be kind of made me go, maybe we should check it out. So we did turn around and we went back. And we were standing there looking at the different parts of the course and watching the people who were there and thinking about it. And he just every now and then say it would be deliberately bold. And I'm coming up with reasons as to why I can't do it. I absolutely can't do it. And then I thought, well, maybe I should try. I don't know. I was definitely nervous about it because it was something that's very out of character for me. But it would be deliberately bold. I'm not as physically strong as I once was when I went to the gym all of the time. And the fear of heights is significant. Add to the fear of actually doing the course was the fact that the last thing you had to do to get back to the ground was jump off of a platform. Jumping off of a platform when you have a fear of heights is a pretty big hurdle. There are protective devices. It's not like you're just jumping. You know, they have cables and everything. So it really is safe, but it's still scary, especially if that's the only way down. If we hadn't been talking about being deliberately bold, I would have said, no, I am definitely not doing this. But if I wanted to be deliberately bold, shouldn't I try something that I wouldn't normally do? This was definitely something I wouldn't normally do. And I felt that this challenge was important. It seemed like a way to dig deep, you know, get back into my power to see if it was even possible that I could do this. How many times have we not done something because we're too scared? It can be simple, like not speaking your truth because you don't want to offend somebody, so that might be too scary for you. Or it could be looking at a different viewpoint or a different perspective and having to change your mind, and you just don't want to step out of your comfort zone. Or it could even be profound. Maybe you have a job you don't really like and you want to find a new job, but you're scared about putting yourself out there because maybe nobody will hire you. Maybe you're not good enough. So it stops yourself from moving forward. Maybe you don't travel because you're afraid something bad will happen. We all hear the news about these things that happen, but it might stop you from doing those things you want to do. What if there was something that's stopping you, that you were deliberately bold instead? If you consciously chose to make a decision that would be bold. What if you did that? What would your action be? Would you change your thoughts? Would you face a fear? Would you take a risk? Would you speak your mind? Would you just make a bold decision? I was talking to a woman the other day who was really struggling in her relationship, and she was telling me it wasn't feeling right anymore, and she was very unhappy. Her comments went in circles. She needed to stay in the relationship for these reasons, and she needed to leave for those reasons. And she went back and forth and back and forth. She was stuck in the thoughts in her head, and her emotions were all over the place. When we're stuck in emotions, we actually create more fear. And then we don't take action. It's like we're paralyzed. If I didn't have somebody there encouraging me to do this, I wouldn't probably have gone on that ropes course because I would have talked myself out of it. I would have said, oh, don't do it. You know, it's going to be too scary. I would have gone and on and on. But because I had somebody there who was supporting me, it was safe for me to take the chance on it. Now, this woman, with her relationship, she knew she needed to take action, and she knew she needed to get space for herself so she could clear her head. But she kept talking herself out of it. Her fear was holding her back. For her, being deliberately bold would be speaking her truth and then taking some action to get the space she needs. Her decision doesn't have to be permanent, but without taking action, nothing changes. Being deliberately bold can help you get clarity on a problem or a concern. It can help you face your fears. It's an empowering mindset that is actually decisive and courageous. You may still have fear, but you make the conscious choice to do it anyway. I can tell you that with that ropes course, on the first activity, my heart was pounding. I was so nervous and so scared. I wanted to make sure I did everything right because I didn't want anything bad to happen, like falling off of something or, hanging there in the air or something. But with that first activity, I was so focused on what I was doing. I actually even wasn't bothered by the fact that I was 30 or whatever feet above the ground. When I got to the first zip line, however, the fear came back because I have always said that I will never, ever in this lifetime do a zip line. I am not about to jump off of a platform and fly through the air holding on to something to get to the other side. But here I was. I had to do it because it was the only way you could keep going, and there was no other way to go. So I just closed my eyes and jumped. And you know what? Nothing bad happened. Can you believe it? Just like they say, they said nothing bad would happen. But what I noticed is once I made that first action and I trusted the process and jumped off, that it was all good. And with each challenge, I felt more and more secure and more competent. And at the end, I did jump off of the platform to get back to the ground. Just the act of doing it was awesome. Although I was scared, I did these things anyway. As I learned more about the course and how it worked, I made the intentional choice to be as fearless as I could. I was deliberately bold. With each fear I faced, the stronger I felt. I felt more empowered. How many times is it that when we're scared of something, when we just take some action, we realize our fear wasn't nearly as big as we thought it was going to be? When we face these fears by being deliberately bold, we reclaim our power and we become stronger in who we are. Is there anything that's holding you back? Do you have a fear, a problem? Are you worried about something? Are you stuck in emotions? Is something going on and you're just not taking action because of a fear or whatever you think it is? Is there something you want to say or do, but you're not doing it? Ask yourself, what would be deliberately bold? Be out of your comfort zone if you have to be. Just step out of it for a bit. Just do it. Take the risk. Be courageous. Face your fears. Being deliberately bold will help you create your best, most awesome life. And I can tell you that if I did that course, I'm sure you can do some things too, because I thought that would never happen. So it was really a miracle, let me tell you. And that is my coaching tip of the day, being deliberately bold. You can reach me at my website, psychicmediumcolleen.com, as well as on Facebook. Colleen Vanderzijden, medium and intuitive life coach. Now we are going to go on to our first caller. We have Zodi from West Palm Beach in Florida. Zodi, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And how can I help you?
I was actually looking to try to connect with my brother.
Okay. And was he on the younger side when he passes? Because I have a younger man here.
I'm sorry?
Was he on the younger side when he passed? Because I have a younger man here. Okay. And would you understand him being somebody who, this is interesting, a little bit, well, you know how we don't speak our mind? He speaks his mind. Does he say whatever he wants to say without really any regard to how it comes across?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I get somebody who's like that, and he feels a little reckless to me in that he doesn't really always plan things out all the way. He doesn't always think things through all the way. And I feel him just saying whatever he wants to. But I also want to point out, though, that he is not like this all the time, because he's actually a very sensitive person. Would you understand him being a sensitive person?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me? Would you understand him being a sensitive person? Okay. Okay, as long as you can hear me. So we'll see what happens. So I'll just keep talking about him for just a few minutes as we check in and see what's going on with the sound here. But for this person, I can feel him being sensitive. I can feel him being somebody who actually kind of protects himself a little bit. And it is interesting that I have somebody like that coming in tonight when I'm talking about being bold and speaking your mind. There is, of course, you do want to take. Okay. Are y'all back again for me, Zodi, here?
Yes. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Oh, who knows? You know, technology. It's just the way it is. So I was saying that your brother feels very sensitive to me. It feels like he feels things very deeply. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And would you also understand that he hides himself behind a different kind of persona? So he acts a certain way. It's kind of like he's trying to cover up how sensitive he is. Do you understand that as well?
Yes.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I have him then. I like to make sure before I get going. I do want to tell you, he seems like a fun kid to me, and he seems like somebody who, when things are going well for him, he can be very charming and so much fun. I do feel a little bit, I want to call it of a tortured soul, if you will, because I feel like he has a lot of questions about himself, how he fits into life, all of those things. And what's coming through very strongly is I feel like he wants to make an apology to people here. Because he gives me the impression that part of his passing, if not all of it, is caused by his own actions. Does he do something that helps him cross over to the other side?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. And you notice how gentle I was with that, because I didn't want to just come right out and say that, because he's telling me he wants to apologize for that. He's not a person who would intentionally hurt people. And I know sometimes he says things that do hurt people, but it's not on purpose. It's just that he's struggling. He has some struggles there. And he wants to apologize to everybody, basically, to tell them he's really sorry. He says he would never have intended to cause pain to someone else, okay? It's not a decision he would make consciously. It just happens. I also get the impression he's trying to protect himself, you know, that this is the only option for him, okay? So, and I do feel that recklessness around him as he's talking about this. He doesn't want to talk about the bad things. He wants to talk about the good things. Would you understand who has the dog in the family?
My mom.
Okay, so I want to talk about a dog for a minute. Does he very much love the dog?
Yeah, he did, one of them.
Okay, because I want to talk about a dog, and when I feel the dog, when he's showing it to me, I get this sense of safe. He feels safe. You know, he doesn't have to deal with issues and problems that are around him or anything like that. Would you understand him as well, being quite good at math, but not really good at math classes?
Probably.
Because the way he's showing himself to me, I feel like he can figure so many different things out. He can figure lots of things out, but I don't feel him really liking, you know how in math classes, you know, way back, you know, they make you do the work and stuff. I feel like he just doesn't want to do that. So, you know, there's a little stubbornness there. Does that make a little bit of sense?
Yeah.
Okay. He's kind of one where you can't really tell him what to do. He's just going to do what he wants to do. Which is interesting. Yeah. Because it's almost as though if somebody tells him what to do, he's going to do the opposite just because he can. And just kind of prove that he's the one in control. So he doesn't really, how can I put it? He just doesn't listen. He's not going to listen. And that's just the way it is. Okay. He's actually talking about you. And he says you did such a good job of trying to help him out. I know you had your little sibling things that we all have, but he said you did such a good job of trying to help him, because I actually feel like you were asking him questions, you know, like, how are you doing? And trying to kind of get through to him. Did you try to get through to him?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And he also tells me he didn't listen to you either. But he wants to thank you for that. Yeah. He wants to thank you, though, because even though it doesn't look like he's listening to, he is hearing you. He's just not taking action. He's just not making the changes that would really help. And I know you started out very gently with this, trying to help him. And then I know you got stronger in the things you were saying. I also understand it was very hard on you because you kind of felt like you're beating your head against a wall, you know, and for you to be able to let him do his own thing, you know, without trying to control him is very hard. It's very hard to let that go because you see the path he's on and you know that this is just not going to be good and you can't do anything about it. But he wants to thank you for trying to help him out, for being there for him, even though he doesn't show you it, okay? So he wants to thank you now for that. And as he's doing it, there's a lot of love coming through because he says that you have taken his experience of his passing and you've used it to kind of help other people. He says when other people have problems and stuff, you're there for them and you're giving them good advice and you're kind of guiding them. Have you noticed that you've been doing that more and more?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in a way, you're doing it because you're honoring him. You're doing it to show him how much you love him. And you want to make sure other people don't have to go through bad things like your family had to go through. So you want to help other people that way. And because your heart is open in that way, you're attracting more people to you who need your love, your support, your guidance. Whether you know them very well or not doesn't make a difference. They will come to you. And every time you help somebody else, it's as though you're helping your brother as well. I know it's too late to help him here in the physical, but it makes him so proud to recognize that you are doing this, and it really makes him happy. So continue on with doing that, with helping other people. He sends you so much love. This is interesting. Do you have something of his? And this would be something that he wouldn't necessarily tell everybody he has. Do you have something like a stuffed animal or something that he would have worn regularly? Because I feel like you have something of his. It's like a memento. Do you have something like this?
Yeah, I gave it to my son.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Because he does acknowledge that. So I just want to make sure I mention that to you. The connection is so very strong. And he thanks you because he says you also been talking to him on occasion. You'll say something to him. And he says, don't worry about the fact that you were mad at him after he passes. Don't worry about it. It's okay. He understands it. He said he would have been mad too. So don't worry about it. It's not a bad thing. Don't be guilty, anything like that. So he sends you so much love, Zodi. So thank you so much for calling. I'm so glad I got to talk to you. You make sure you tell the rest of your family that he loves them and he's still around them, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a good night. And that was Zodi from Florida. It's always so hard when we have, you know, a relative who passes, you know, like a brother or something that's on the closer side and there's some struggles there because sometimes we carry guilt with us. So he was very clear about not carrying the guilt. It's important. The love is always there. It never leaves, even though somebody has passed to the other side. So now we are going to move to Pam from Dayton, Ohio. How are you, Pam?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. How can I help you today?
Well, I've fallen on hard times. I can't find a job to support myself. I'm living at my sister's now, and I'm wondering if there's something I'm missing.
Yeah, that's interesting because tell me if this is accurate because I feel that you're actually well trained in all sorts of things. Are you?
I am, but I have a voice problem, and so I can't work in sales or marketing or anything where I'm on the phone a lot.
Right, that would make sense. Right. Yeah, so that could be an issue. You know what's interesting to me is I am seeing some kind of, it looks like, for lack of a better word, I don't know a whole lot of careers out there. It looks like something that's more of a data entry or a research type position. Have you applied to anything like that where you would be helping a company or a person getting more information and then entering information into a system?
Yeah, I've been applying for everything.
Okay. This feels like a good thing to me. So I want to make sure that you apply to all sorts of different things. And I know you have, but this, it almost feels like a small company, like, somebody has their own place, like a lawyer or something like that. Have you applied to a lawyer's office to help there at all?
No. No, I haven't. Not yet.
Okay. If you notice something like that, I would suggest you check it out and apply. This doesn't feel like something where you would need special, legal training to do, because it seems like they can explain what they're looking for. I mean, and you're smart. You know how to do things. You know how to look things up, and all of that. And it feels like so it feels like a small situation to me. And I keep seeing lawyer, so there may be something to that. So somehow in some kind of a position that I would call a professional position. So even something helping out in, like an accountant's office or something, if they have somebody who does not accounting, somebody who would help with things like that. So that actually feels good to me. So I'll put that out there for you. The thing is too, and I know you've been applying in all sorts of places, and it's the feeling of the frustration is actually kind of strong there, of not knowing which direction to go next. You keep trying and nothing's coming of it. And that's, I think, part of the reason why I keep feeling the smaller situation there, with somebody who's willing to hire somebody who's, not 12, or 18, that feeling there too. The thing is, it seems to me that you've had so many different experiences in your lifetime, and you've been very good about handling things as positively as possible. And this one is starting to really kind of get you down, because you're starting to feel like you're never going to have a position. And you're starting to feel like you don't want to be a burden on somebody else. You don't want to be feeling like you're imposing on somebody else. Does that make sense for you?
That does. And I also feel like my acts were not forced yet. But I feel like he's put a curse on me. I don't know why.
You feel like your ex has put a curse on you?
Yeah, his name is Ken. And he's a guru.
Okay. My feeling on that is no one can put a curse on you ever.
Okay.
So if you feel like the reason you would feel like there's a curse on you is because you feel out of control. It feels like you have bad luck, bad things going one after another. You can't control it. You can't fix it. That kind of thing. For me, when I feel that kind of energy, what I always want to tell people, and I always do tell people, is that that means they have to reconnect to themselves again. They have to reconnect to their inner power. Because if you're feeling like somebody put a curse on you, even if it's just a passing thought, that means you are right now giving your power to someone else. You're actually saying that someone else has power over you. And that's not a good thing, because when you give your power away to somebody, you're not strong in yourself anymore. So I would suggest, speaking and moving into coaching mode rather than the mediumship psychic mode for a moment, I would suggest as a coach, what you would want to do is set up some intentions. So literally come up with intentions of how you want to feel in your day, or an intention of how strong you are. And you may do something along the lines of, I am a powerful and competent woman, something like that. You can say it out loud or not, okay? So you don't have to say these things out loud. If you consciously just stop for a moment and just say, I am a powerful woman, whatever feels right to you. You want to use I am statements, because I am statements are very powerful. They make whatever you're saying in the present right now. You might want to say something about being competent. So it gets your power back to recognize that you can have a job and you'll be good at it. So you want to say something about yourself being powerful, something along the lines of competency. You might want to say something about trusting the universe to bring you exactly what you need. So you're trusting, if you believe in a God, you're trusting in God, you're trusting in the energies around you to help you. Okay, that's not giving your power away. That's trusting in the process of things. So that may be very important for you.
I've been asking for a lot of help from the other side, and I'm wondering if you're picking up on any of my friends or family on the other side of the bell.
Well, and that may be what's happening. I've only got a couple of minutes left, so I don't really have time to connect in with them. But that may be what's happening, because when I get information, when I'm talking to somebody, it's coming from someplace else. I kind of channel it through, and the support. And it's great that you talk to the people on the other side, because they will support you. They will help. Okay, so you can ask for help. You can just tell them what you think, and they can actually give you some intuitive guidance. You might feel something and all of a sudden know what to do, what action to take. Something could just happen. So keep talking to the people on the other side. And while you do that, definitely think about doing some intentions. When you do intentions, add the emotion with it. I want to be happy today. I want to feel empowered, or I am empowered today. I am happy today. I am a person who can handle my life. Those kinds of things. If you Google intentions, you'll be able to get all sorts of stuff. Louise Hay has many, many intentions out there that you can find. And so you can read through some that other people have written, and you may find something that really helps you and that speaks to you. So I would suggest doing that. At the same time, keep looking for that job. Look for smaller companies, okay, where you might do something with data entry or research, something like that. That will really help you. And because I do feel something coming. So Pam, thank you so much for calling in tonight. I'm so happy I got to talk to you. I'll send you lots of positive energies on your job search, so you have that.
Okay, and thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great night. And that was Pam from Ohio. And it's so nice to talk to people from all over the place on this show. I want to thank you so much for watching and listening. I'm Colleen Vander Zijden, and this was Creating an Inspired Life. You can connect with me at psychicmediumcolleen.com, and as well as on Facebook, Colleen Vander Zijden, medium and intuitive life coach. You guys have a great week, and I will talk to you next week. Goodbye.
At A1R Psychic Radio, we know you lead a busy life. That's why we've assembled Earth's top psychic TV and radio hosts in one location. Psychics, mediums, astrologers, tarot practitioners. Your premium encounter with our hosts is free when it's done on the air or on our TV station, Moonstruck TV. Our hosts are all light workers with hearts of gold. Our audience is global. It's no wonder we're live with free readings 3 times a week. That's right, all psychic and medium readings, along with astrology and tarot advice, 100% free. And with A1R, you can know we critically screen all of our hosts. They're all 100% of the light, no scammers. Join us Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for a truly mind-blowing experience. You're always welcome here. We love our listeners. Anyone can ask anything. Love, life, career, family, and more. It's your reading. Ask your question. Our hosts truly care and can't wait to help you. Earth's top psychics host shows on A1R Psychic Radio. Why? Because the audience is first, and they know it. With love, we welcome you. This is A1R Psychic Radio.
You know, we live in an abundant universe, and we talk about living in the universe. and most of us are experiencing lack. So I ask you to take a moment to think about your life and where you are experiencing some lack. So is it lack of money? Is it lack of relationship or a loved one? Is it lack of creativity or lack of abundance in some way? So take a second to decide where your lack is. And what we want to do is we want to give in the area that we feel lack. So when you feel that you are lacking money, you're going to want to give a little bit of money. And I don't mean give the kitchen sink away, but give a little money, give a little more of a tip, or give a homeless man $1 or something, just in the energy of giving. If you feel lack of love, give love. If you feel lack of creativity, give somebody else a creative. So I remember one time I have coaches have 3 to 5 of them a week, and it was right around this time of the year, I think, when people were getting busy, and all of a sudden we were all like, oh, I can't make it, and oh my gosh, I just suddenly was like, what's going on? And a part of me was like, everyone's just busy, but then I was thinking, oh my gosh, do they not love me? What's going on? Maybe I'm, I don't know what's happening. Why are all my calls falling away? So I just decided in that moment, I wrote up a text and I wrote every single one of my friends a text telling them how much I love them and how much I appreciate them. And I have to tell you, within 5 minutes, my phone blew up with so much love and so much affection, and it just really lit me up. So when you are feeling lack anywhere in your life, you want to give in that area. So we live in an abundant universe, and where you are experiencing lack is where a lot of times we slink back, right? So my experience with my friends, we all were sort of busy and everyone was canceling calls. There's a part of me that wanted to say and go, well, then forget it. Like, then we're just not friends, or, like there's this thing, it was like, just slink away, right? And I was like, no, I'm going to step in and I'm going to do this, and whatever happens, happens. So I want to tell you a little story about a man who has a check for $10,000. He goes to the bank and he says, I want to cash this check. And the teller says, well, you've got to sign your name on the back of the check. And he goes, whoa, wait a minute. You want me to sign my name on the back of the check and then give you the check? Well, what if you don't give me the money? And she was like, well, it's banking policy. I have to give you the money. And he was like, I don't know. And they went back and forth and back and forth. And she finally said, you know what, sir, I can't help you. You have to sign the check before I'm going to give you the money. And so he left and he went down to the next bank. Same thing. You've got to sign this check before I will give you the money. He's like, I don't believe that. I'm afraid you're not going to give me the money. So he goes to the next bank. Same thing. She's like, listen, it's banking policy that you sign the back of the check before I can give you the money. And they went back and forth. And the teller just got so frustrated with him. And she picked up a blow-up baseball bat and just hit him over the head with the baseball bat. And he signed the back of the check. He was so startled. He signed the back of the check and he got his $10,000. And money in hand, he goes back to the first bank and he goes, see, I got my money. And the teller goes, well, I'm pretty sure that you had to sign the back of the check before the teller gave you money. And he goes, yeah, but they didn't they explained it to me a little different than the rest of you. And so I love that story because we have to do first before we can receive. So a lot of times, another story, I had a credit card, a huge credit card bill coming, bigger than I've ever really had. And I didn't have the money to pay for that credit card. And I had, maybe I had $600 in the account, and the credit card, it was thousands. And I didn't know how I was going to get that money. So there's a part of me freaking out, but there's a part of me that was like, how can I work this? Because I know this. I know the universe is abundant. And I had $600 in my account, and I've been a percentage tither. I tithe 10% of my income. And I'm looking at it going, I needed to tithe like $400, and that would leave me with $200, which would not get me anywhere near the amount of money I needed for my credit card bill. But I just decided, no, I'm going to tithe my 10%, and I'm just going to trust that this works. So I tithe my $400, and literally, I believe it was within that evening, I got a message from a friend online saying, what's this dream building stuff you're doing? And I said, well, would you like to find out? And she goes, absolutely. And I had a bunch of calls lined up the next day to see if people wanted to join my program. And I had a couple people blow me off. They just didn't even turn up for the calls. And I'm like, what is going on? And finally, there's two of them. I think one of them blew me off. And I sat down. I'm like, what is going on? And immediately my girlfriend called, who I had done a call with, 6 months prior. And she was like, listen, I'm ready. Let's do this dream builder stuff. Let's go. And literally she signed up. And then I said, okay, I've got to go because I have another call from the other person online that asked me about it the night before. And bam, she signed up. So in one day, in like 24 hours, I had more money than I needed to pay my credit card bill off. And I just want you to know that it was because I gave before I received the money. I gave the money with faith that I would be provided for. So it's having the faith that you live in an abundant universe, and that where you are experiencing lack is maybe where you need to give a little bit. Maybe you've been holding back or afraid or not in faith. And it is to turn into faith with that 100% trust in the universe, unwavering doubt that you live in an abundant universe and that you will always be provided for, and that what is seeking you, right? So when we step forward, I love that, we say, okay, God, if you just give it to me this time, I promise I will believe in you for the rest of my life, right? That's kind of old, but you know what I'm talking about. And it's really to actually step into it. So if you're stepping into your dream, I had a client earlier and she's about ready to start her own business and she's having cold feet and she's like, oh my gosh, like there's so much money coming out. And I'm like, let's talk about the money that's going to be coming in. And she was like, oh, okay. And then we shifted her energy back into the state of abundance that yes, this is going to work. This is what I love. This is going to be amazing and beautiful. And I literally just before this got a message from her saying that her business partner had been working some other things online and talking and really sort of jetting them forward. And she was so relieved because that was one of the things she was afraid her business partner wasn't going to follow through. And then they showed up. So it's so beautiful. And when you are feeling lack, give in the area that you are lacking. If you feel lack of love, give in the area where you feel love. If you are lacking in money, give money. If you are lacking in ideas, give someone else ideas. If you are lacking in help somebody else, right? So give in the area, a little bug, of where you are lacking. So see this week where you can give and where you can step into the abundance of the universe, where you can have faith that you are being provided for. That's your homework for this week, okay? It's summertime. This is beautiful. Okay, we're going to go to Faye in Brooklyn, New York. I love it.
Hi.
I'll give you this card. Hi, Faye. How are ya?
Good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. What can I help you with today?
Well, I'm kind of looking for advice in career. I just feel like I'm so stuck.
Stuck? Okay. Tell me a little bit, what do you do?
Well, I am teaching right now, but not like in school. And I enjoy it, but I feel like it's not where I'm supposed to be.
Okay, so do you mind me asking, like, what kind of a teacher you are?
I teach in technology.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so a little worn out or just ready for something new, not what you love anymore?
I love it, but I feel like I can't explain it. I feel like it's not I feel like it's not my path anymore.
Okay.
I can't explain it.
Do you have an idea of what you would love to be doing?
For some reason lately, I've been feeling like I need to be somewhere in a more creative mindset. So like create art.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to do a little reading for you, but as a coach, as a life coach, can I give you some advice there too?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, so well, I am getting that there's a life-changing experience coming for you, and it's going to be a blessing, okay? And God is supporting you, the universe is supporting you every step of the way as you're moving toward this. Have faith that you have faith in this transition that you have coming. Your prayers are being answered. So do you know what faith is? Like pure trust in the universe that it is providing for you every step of the way, right?
Right.
Does that make sense? Okay.
It makes absolutely perfect sense.
Yeah, good. So just remember that. Remember that everything that is happening is moving you in the direction. And even just the fact that you're having this like little, you're like, I just don't think it's for me anymore. And you're beginning, it's kind of like you're in the discovery phase of maybe the next career or the next change in your life. And to feed it, to, dream about it. What would you like to do? Do you know exactly what you want to do or just kind of in general?
It's weird. Like I've been having thoughts about painting again. I've been having thoughts about just creating. It's like I used to do this many years ago. And then, I just fed into everybody else who was saying it's not a career for you.
Yeah.
You have to do something different. And I left it.
So it's time to connect to your heart and do what you would love, right?
Yeah.
So what is also going to happen for you is that I want you to start noticing synchronistic events that are happening, like thinking about a friend and then they call you or, things like that. I want you to take notice of those and those little miracles that happen. We kind of wait for the big miracle, right? It's like, but miracles happen all day long, right? The red light that just is taking forever, right? Sometimes, why is that happening? Where is that, what time frame am I on? And everything is moving in synchronistic time. So I kind of want you to just be in that flow and allow that to bring you to the people that are going to help you move in the direction that you want to go. And when you become aware of the synchronicity and the miracles that are happening on a daily basis, like the sun shining on your skin, just acknowledge that as a miracle. Acknowledge, love that somebody, a friend says, I love you. And you're like, I love you too. Like really, really take that in. And when you begin to open yourself up and be grateful for all of that on a bigger level, you're going to see more of that. And then what's going to happen is you're going to catch the flow like a river, catch the flow, and it's going to take you to where you want to be. So the synchronicity is going to be important, and really, really watching and being aware every day of miracles. Little ones, like I even, every day I wake up, and I'm in gratitude, and I'm like, gosh, my bed is so comfortable. My pillows are so amazing, and I'm going to have a great cup of coffee. And I'm so blessed that I have food in my belly, and that I have hot and cold running water at my disposal, because there are people that don't. And so when we tap into that gratitude, we tap into the miracles, we tap into the synchronicity, you're going to find that you're just like flooded with more of them. And that what it'll do is it'll speed up the process, and it'll help you really figure out where you're going to meet people that are going to be like, well, I do this, or I'm the head of the art department here. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be like, whoa, and it'll happen so much faster than, and I'm not saying that you are, but a lot of people stay in that, well, I just don't know, and ho-hum kind of, just be in the gratitude, be in the light, be in appreciation, and you're going to see this whole thing happen really fast. And then what I want you to do is be in the discovery phase, and just like I said, open yourself up to whatever is coming next. And then when it hits you, right? So your intuition, here's what's going to happen is your intuition is going to go, oh, this is your next move, or this is the direction, right? Because didn't you have like I've got to go back to art, right? There was like a moment when it kind of happened again, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a flash. Your intuition is a flash. It's like, yes, you need to do this. And then the ego sets in and goes, well, you're not going to make enough money. Are you going to be able to support yourself? Is this really the direction I want to go? Am I going to, do you know what I mean? So wait for that flash.
Absolutely.
And hold on to that. And then begin to take action steps in the direction. So the universe rewards action. So we can think positive thoughts all day long, but it's not going to actually move you. So when you meet that person in synchronicity, on the train or whatever, when you meet that person, follow through with it. When you, whatever it might come, follow through. The action is what is going to move you in that direction. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. We only have another second, so I'm trying to think. Let me just give you a little bit. Yeah, you're good. And easy does it.
Thank you.
The universe wants you to just be in health, happiness, and abundance, and you'll find your way to wherever you want to go, okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Good luck.
Thank you. Take care.
Yes, thanks. You too. Take care. And my name is Rebecca Urich. This is the High Frequency Channel. You are tuning in for transformation. And right after the show, join me live. Actually, give me about 5 minutes at 9:05. I am going to go live with free readings on my Facebook page, the High Frequency Channel. So give me a couple minutes and join me there for some free readings. And that would be 6:05 West Coast time. And love to have you there. You are fabulous. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
Fiona. Here's the medium I am power, and you and I listen to Avid Advice Show, and I have my sister, beautiful sister, Psychic Bella Love in the studio as well. Hello, Bella. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good, Fiona. How are you?
I'm doing actually very good. I'm better say doing fantastic because it was a very crazy weekend, and a lot to do, a lot of clients, Bruno Del Mar office, in Abbott. So basically, I don't even know how to handle. It's kind of too much, but it sounds like I can't really see more than 3 or 4 people at the office, and then for the hypno, and then my clients calling me almost 24 hours and 7 days from everywhere. So I have to actually answer them too. Because basically, when I'm working with someone, do the hypno and all this stuff, basically, I can take Avid and I can take a chat. So it sounds like that everybody was like, where are you, Fiona? Why are you not answering my chat? Where are you, Fiona? Why you're not answering my call? Because normally I do. So I just explained that, well, sweetheart, it just was in the hypno session. Well, I will come back about 3 hours. So it was cool. But thank God, I'm super happy. We got a lot of new awesome customers, and I'm Avid Advice, and I'm super happy with Avid Advice, and I'm very happy I heard about a couple nice advisors being already approved or passed test. So hopefully we will have more advisors that already been approved by Avid. So I don't know when, but it will be soon.
That's awesome. And a huge congratulations to them, because I had to go through the test. They are not easy. Mm-hmm. So, they must be amazing if they could pass that.
I know, but they just passed the interview and the test as a, psychic test for almost half an hour. But the real test, which is they had to write, is still on. So basically, they had another step to come to Avid. So hopefully they will pass that, because that one is a little bit harder than the first one.
Oh, yes. No, they really make sure, you're not a criminal, you're really psychic, you know what you're talking about.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I was kind of a nervous wreck all weekend when I was knowing it was going to be my turn.
Oh, baby, I know. But you've been fantastic. So you make me proud.
Well,
really
thank you.
So
and we have amazing clients. We have absolutely amazing advisors on Avid. I share clients with quite a few of them, and they really love the people that they get to talk to, if I'm not available and everything. So and they're very happy that 24 hours a day you can get the top-notch service. Top-notch service.
I know. So basically, I feel cool too. So I'm super happy for them. So we congrats them. Hopefully, they will pass the last one, and it will happen soon.
Yes. And I have to say just one thing that a client told me, because she said a lot of times when you call other sites, you're talking to an advisor and they're kind of annoyed, oh, you're asking that question again, or oh, why are you bothering me? You called me twice this week. And she said, it's not just about how amazing the psychics are on Avid, but that every single person has excellent customer service skills too, because we never make you feel judged. We never make you feel uncomfortable. Even if maybe you asked us a question and you were nervous when you were asking, so you forgot what we said, so you call back.
Yes.
She said, you guys don't make us feel bad. So she wanted me to mention that because she was very happy with that.
Exactly. For Avid, confidentiality, respect, safety, and love, that's the first things. And I would say it just became better and better and better. So we are definitely happy for Avid Advice. So back to studio, and now I have Leela. Kind of if I actually see it right, because I can't see it through my phone. So can you see it, Bella? Aaliyah. How are you doing?
Yes. Hello.
Hi, Aaliyah. I hear you, sweetheart. How are you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, well, doing fantastic. So, and right now at the moment, to get better and better, because we have you with us in the studio, and we would love to assist you with everything we can. Me and Psychic Bella Love. So please give me your date of birth to us and let us to assist you in any questions that you love to know about the second. Go ahead, please.
All right.
Are you there?
Yes.
So, okay, give me your date of birth and let us to see what I can find in my Pentagon. And also Bella going to look at the chart and see what she can find for you. Go ahead, please.
All right.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
So
What's your
I need
birth
your
date,
date
hon?
of birth.
What's
Your
my question?
date of birth.
I guess like a general question, like 4/11/79.
Okay. So unfortunately, I have to say Pentagon will not answer any general question. So you have to target something that you would love to know. So target something that you are really feel, because now you are talking to two psychics, which is both professional and we know exactly what we are talking about. And you will also actually get connect with unknown. So basically, I wanted you to be specific about your question, please.
Okay. My question is, when will I have my own place to live?
Your own what?
My own place to live.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, as far as I can see right now, I'm started first and then my sister Bella Love will actually continue. The first things that I can see it in here, there's a lot of confusion signals, there's a lot of unhappiness, kind of also animosity, craziness around, but sounds like you are trying to put it behind and nothing will happen until the November or basically around the November 23rd to actually the December 11th. So basically your real deal of living, where you have to live, how you have to live, and which way you have to live will happen around actually the November the 23rd through the November 11th, through the December 11th. So November 23rd through the December 11th. So go ahead, Psychic Bilala.
I was getting that around November 11th, you're actually going to pinpoint exactly where it is that you want to live. Because I'm getting right now, that's something that you kind of go back and forth on, whether it's the neighborhood or maybe like the housing community that you want to live in. I feel like around November 11th, that's where you actually make up your mind. So this is where I'm going to go. This is where I'm going to put all my effort towards. And then like Fiona was saying, within about a month period, we get to about the middle of December, I feel you actually being able to make that move. So right now, what you want to do is, because last night we had the new moon in Libra, it's all about balance, it's all about justice, it's all about moving forward. Use this new moon energy to really set your intentions, to light candles, to really start focusing on the money and everything else that you would need, paperwork, references, whatever that is, so that you can get that in alignment for you. So that way you're setting the wheels in motion to be able to make that happen.
Does that make sense for you? Hello?
What?
Does that make sense? You got exactly the date and when you are going to, okay. So do you have any other question?
I have a question about. I have a question about my children.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't hear you. Please, can you say it again?
Oh, I said I have a question about my children.
Okay. How many children
What
do
is
you
the
have?
question?
Kids. I have a question about kids.
Yes. How many children do you have, hon, and what is your question about them?
I have 3 kids. and their grandmother took them from me when they were born, and I don't know where they are. And my question is, how do I find them, or when will I find them?
They are?
What do I do?
Can you tell us how old they are?
What?
How old are your children?
They are?
How old are they?
Yes.
Boys are.
Okay, I think we have actually 5 person that actually stand on the line, so we can't really actually handle this. So, my love, if you want to talk to me and Bella Love, please go to advocateadvice.com, sign up there, and so we are going to be there for you. Have a great fun, and bye. Okay, back to studio, and I have Lisa. Hello, Lisa. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm just doing good. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Lisa, please give me your date of birth first, and then tell me about your question. Go ahead, please.
And date of birth is 7/16/80, and I could barely hear the other part that you said, Shug.
Oh, what was your question?
Excuse me?
Your question, hun. What was your question for us?
I was hoping for a mediumship reading.
Okay, and who did you want to connect to?
My son, Joey.
Okay, and when did he pass?
August 8th of this year.
Okay.
I see regret, and I see feeling uncomfortable. I see also that he kind of gave me some message, which not really cool. It sounds like he wants to come back, or he kind of feel regretful for what happened. It sounds like he causing that problem for himself. Basically, he's trying to tell that it's not anybody's problem, or it's not anyone's fault. It was my own. And also, he's trying to tell you that you have to watch your health and doing something for your health, and stop bugging yourself or blaming yourself. First of all, I want to ask how your son died. I mean, which way?
He passed in his sleep.
Okay, so did he
the
use
autopsy
any?
report was a heart problem.
Okay, so basically, he's telling about he just says about like it was my fault. So it was. So I'm sorry about that, but I did. That's what he says. And also he's telling about like, you should just take it easy and just like really stop blaming yourself because it wasn't your fault. So basically what I can see it, and I have that type of the feelings right now, is like, make sure that you're watching your health and see what's going on. Go ahead, please.
Okay, hon. The first thing that I'm getting is that, you know, he chose to go because this was a contract that he made before he came here, that he would spend a certain amount of time here and then he would pass over to the other side, which is something that we all do before we come. He does want to come back, though. He says you were a great mom. He doesn't want you holding on to like any regret or any guilt or anything like this. But he's also showing me that this heart problem may be like a genetic thing. So he wants you, and does he have any siblings?
Yes.
Okay, because he's saying like he wants you guys to be checked for this.
Okay. He said what?
He wants you guys to be checked as well because he's saying that this is a genetic heart condition, that it wasn't just something that was only with him. And he also feels like you guys can use this to bring some sort of awareness or to help others. Like, make my death, make what happens to me, make this into something to help others, to prevent this from happening to other kids. And he's saying that this is something that you can do. And he feels like, of course, right now, you know, it's kind of like a hard time for you because it was just so recent. He's saying, like, don't worry, like, it has to be tomorrow or next week or something like that. But as long as at some point in the next few years that you sort of, like, start to become involved, you know, in the charity work or bringing awareness to this condition, that you are kind of honoring him by doing that.
Lisa, I have a question. And the question is, did he use anything, or kind of like, did you guys suspended that he used or suspected he used anything, kind of type of the drug or maybe something that, that was like close to?
Nothing's ringing a bell right now with that.
Okay. So
How
because
old
he's
was
trying,
he?
Yeah, because he's trying to tell me that the way that he passed, it was his fault. So then he feel regretful because what he did. That's what he's trying to say. And I think that he wants to connect with you to tell you because it was kind of too much to bear. And it sounds like he asking for forgiveness. And that's what I pick up on him. So, and also another thing that I can feel is about you and your health. It sounds like it's something is up and you don't care about it lately, which is he wanted you to look up and see exactly what's going on. And he showed me about the bone, like a bone pain, and also something to do with your, again, digestion or somehow stomach problem. So basically, he wanted you to look up and see exactly what's going on. But he wanted you to forgive him because he made, or better say, it was his fault and he felt regretful and he would love to come back, but the door is closed. And he just like asking for blessing and also forgiveness. So please forgive him and please send a blessing to him. He's around and he just wanted you to taking care of yourself. It sounds like that you are not familiar to self-care. So please just get close to your self-care.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yes. And there's also a huge chance that he's saying that he may come back as one of your grandchildren. So if you, even 10 years from now, have a little boy grandchild around, I think that you're going to put 2 and 2 together and realize that this is your son reincarnated because he does want to stick in your soul family.
Okay. That makes perfect sense. I get that.
Yeah. And how old was he when he passed on?
18.
18. Okay, that makes sense. Because I felt like he was still quite young, but you're young yourself, so you were a very young mother when you had him.
So basically make sure that you just let it go. So, I mean, it's not someone's fault. It was his fault. And basically he's just asking for forgiveness. And I think that now he's free and he's not in a trance anymore. So basically I can see that now he's free and he will go. So don't look up at there like exactly what happened, because that is exactly what he's telling me, that, he's not proud of himself, what he did, but he's so sorry because, he didn't, think or wasn't really wise, whatever he did. So that's why he just like asking for forgiveness. But Lisa, there is no other problem. Basically right now I can see that you guys have to be that he has a very nice communication with you. So try to just take care of yourself, make sure that you follow through everything, and you're not trying to let go of yourself. It sounds like you just forgot yourself, or kind of like, not forgiving yourself about something that happened maybe, because when our children, or when mom feeling about like, oh, my kid just passed away, or kind of what a couple of months ago, is the most hurtful and the most painful, things that I could even feel as a mother, that any mother can went through. But I would say that you've been strong, you've been powerful. I kind of very proud of you. And I wanted you to continue to be strong. I want you to continue to kind of like feel good about him no matter what. And I wanted you to feel that, life moving forward and be there for other children. And basically, I feel that it's time for you to get up, stand up, and then go for your future and stop sitting there crying, be depressed, and then like continue to feel bad. So it's not going to get you anywhere. It sounds like that your son wants you to move on and just send a good and nice blessing to him. That's all he wants. If you want to make him happy, stop crying. If you want to make him happy, just make sure that you go to the doctor tomorrow and basically make sure that everything is all right with you. If you really want to make him happy, just be happy. Go and do something with your face, with your hair, with your something that just like you need some sort of change and challenge. And I know as a mom, it's kind of too early for you to get up and stand up and do whatever you want to do because you're still shocked. But I wanted you to do that. I wanted you to stop, feel for yourself. I wanted to stop, feel bad for him. He's in a good place. And I wanted you to get up, stand up for other children. That's all I wanted you from you, because it's not me, it's your son.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome, sweetheart. You're very welcome. And we are with you. Me and Bella, we both are mothers, so we understand the pain. We understand like how badly things could really be right now for you. And I'm so sorry, baby. I don't know what to say. My word is just like completely, I don't know. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. All I have to say is just move on. That's all you need to do. I know you need time. I know it's not something that you can just let go and, forget. It's just never going to happen. But, you have to, moving forward for your near future, was about next week, next month, and next year, and even more. So basically, it's not time for you to just sitting and crying, kind of like be depressed. It's time for you to move on.
I understand.
And you understand your pain.
We're definitely really sorry for your last one. And I know as a mom, it's very painful, but both Fiona and I are here for you. And if you'd ever just to speak with me, send me a message on avidadvice.com. I will send you 5 free minutes just to get you through, because I know that some days are going to be worse than others.
Yes, my love.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you feel
definitely.
that you're absolutely, just go to Avid Advice and just sign up tonight and tomorrow. And if you ever need me and Bella, please just send us a message there, and we would love to be there for you. And if I get any messages, if I feel any messages, if you sign up there, if Bella got some messages, so then we have also ability to send it to you and telling you exactly what's going on. So we have just 90 seconds. I have to say goodbye. Thank you so much, Lisa. For more information about me and Bella Love and other awesome psychics, go to avidadvice.com. avidadvice.com. Have a great one, and bye.
I'm Messia, and thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now, back to A1R on the air. Psychic Talk Radio, now on Moonstruck TV, enlightening television.
Hi everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Asteria Vision. My name is Asteria. I am a psychic empath. And just a little about me. I connect to energy through pictures, the person's voice, or just having them there next to me. And I meditate on the energy. So that's how I connect. But I hope everyone's having a great day. But I was going to say that I'm actually feeling kind of nauseous today. So, but I still wanted to do the show because it keeps my mind off how I feel. So I already got a card that fell out, Ace of Wands. Let me see what else I get for the collective's energy. But yeah, I like doing this. So nothing stops me from doing this. Ace of Wands, new passionate beginnings. Very passionate. So it looks like the energy that I'm picking up, there's a passionate new beginning that is going to start or is going to start evolving is what I'm hearing. And it's something that, weird, I feel like this energy in the past maybe didn't work out, or what I'm hearing is it wasn't so effective. This definitely could do with work, because Ace of Wands, it represents creativity. So a lot of the times when I get the Ace of Wands in combo with the Pentacles, that's work to me. So, or passionate projects. So that's what I'm seeing. But I feel the person's going to think about either offering this new beginning. It's a creative. What I'm getting is it's like it's a job that deals with creativity. So it's more so like projects is what I'm getting.
but there's multiple projects involved at once. So it's like, if this person decides to take up this offer, what I'm getting is you have to catch up because there's already work that's been done. So it's kind of like you have to play catching up. But I do feel it's a job that it's creative based, but it takes. What I'm seeing is you could become a workaholic in it because there's always a lot going on. So. I forget. The viewers are like, who is she laughing at? I'm just reading what the prompt says, but I'll take a caller, Lily.
Yes.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
I'm not that good.
How are you doing?
Not that good.
So what's your question for this evening?
When will Keith move back in with me?
I couldn't really hear. Is it when will he move back in with you?
Yes. When will Keith move back in with me? Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure because when I'm in this room, my connection's not super great, but when will he, what's his name?
Keith, Keith.
Okay, so when will Keith move back in with you? Are you sure you want him to move back in with you?
Yes.
Let me see what I get. Okay, so what I'm getting is, well, the first thing I'm getting is, in a sense, you know he's going to move back in with you. It's like an intuitive feeling that you have. You know he's going to move back in with you, but there's a sense of you're not wanting to wait anymore. There's a sense of your patience is running out, is what I'm hearing. But it's because you know he's going to come back very strongly is what I feel. But the fact that you're not physically seeing it happen, you're not seeing movement. And I feel like maybe you're not even talking. It's because I don't feel or see communication. So everything you're feeling from him, emotions, because I do feel you have a strong connection to him. So everything, you're just feeling it all. So there's a sense of you don't really trust your intuition because you're not seeing it. But what I'm getting is it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's what I'm getting is it's just not the right time right now. You know, it's just not right now. But he is going to move back. Let me see